They'll cut it off because you have until 5:09, which is exactly now.
So do it. So go.
Here
Let's
we are.
rock.
We're here. Hey, everybody! It's Johnny Beane. Thank you.
Made it just in the nick of time.
I think we did. We did. I just got the alerts. Oh, wow. Hey, everybody. It is 8:09 Eastern Time on March 27th, 2020. And it's Johnny Beane TV. Jay Hannon is in the house.
I'm here, but I'm trying to find the damn video on
You'll
YouTube.
find it now. It's
YouTube,
on. You'll
right?
find it.
I can't find it on YouTube right now.
Dude, YouTube is totally playing around. It's crazy, man. Everybody is live. Not just YouTube. The internet is going just insane because everybody's live all the time. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. So the internet,
it don't stop. Remember that song?
Yep. So the internet is just crashing. And a good example of that is us on Tuesday night, where we sort of crashed.
You broke the internet.
We did.
I think I got everything straight away on my end. So now we can really start because I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, you're right. Okay, good.
I'm ready. So now we can go.
Okay. Hey, everybody, it's Johnny Beane. 5:10 p.m. 8:10 Eastern Time. Jay Hannon is here.
Wait, can I do it myself?
There you go. Oh, you gotta have it. Gotta have that. And before I forget, really quickly, make sure to watch on YouTube, which I think some of you are. Yeah, it's like 32 of you here. Make sure to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a thumbs up. And we're also on Facebook, where you can leave a thumb, I guess. Share the video over there. And also, this is also a podcast. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, CastBox, Google Podcasts, MyTuner, .radio. What? No, we're not there yet.
You don't even know what we're on.
No, because it's everywhere. I get messages saying, "Hey, this is great," and it takes me to the weirdest, weirdest places, and there it is. So, speaking of weird, David Nesdahl.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm weird. I just woke up a couple hours ago, so.
You at least get a cup of coffee in.
Yeah. I'm on my second one. Right there. So who else is that? Is that Cameron Brown?
What?
Cameron!
How's it going, guys?
Pull out all the stops tonight.
You're the guy on the thumbnail. Hey, good to see you.
Well, that worked out well, didn't it? We put him on the thumbnail, and he's on the show. I guess that's nice when it works out like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've got slightly less hair than that guy in the thumbnail these days, but
oh, you still got more than any of us, so it's all right.
I'm hoping it stays that way, man. But you never know.
Just load it up with hairspray and every single day, and it'll stay there like a helmet.
Just stay.
Oh, that's the trick, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You just
take it off at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my trick. I just spray the shit out of it, and then I put a hat over it so you don't even know. It's like, damn, Jay's got a full head of hair. Now, if I took this off right now, it would just all come off with it.
Part of the deal.
Yep.
Well, that's cool.
I say let it go. Just let it go.
No, I'm good.
That's
all good. Look, it's so easy. This is so easy.
That's my absolute worst fear, man. Everything that could scare a person in the world.
Being bald?
Yeah, man. I don't know why. It just terrifies me. Ever since I was like a kid, obviously being a huge Van Halen fan, I've always wanted the massive hairdo. Although according to my mum, it's not acceptable to have a perm in 2020. So
Well, I'm going to tell you, I had hair similar to yours when I was 18 through 22.
yeah.
17 through 22. Longer, actually. Longer. And
I saw your picture with the creamer. Yeah,
it's no big deal.
man.
Well, that was it was just grown out back then.
Well,
Just
you know what's
growing up.
funny is most people say like, "Oh, my biggest fear is like, you know, getting set on fire or drowning or freezing." No, Cameron Brown's biggest fear is losing his hair.
Oh
Well, I
man,
mean, he is in his early 20s, so yeah, I can understand that. But
you can drown me, you can set me on fire, you can do whatever.
Just
cut
don't
my
touch,
hair off,
don't
man.
touch the hair.
I got
man.
news for you. If you get set on fire, your hair's going first.
Yeah, but I won't know about it for too long afterwards, so it's fine.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. Is if the hair's gonna go, it starts to go when you're in your 20s, early 20s. That's when it starts happening.
Well, Jay kindly told me last night that it happens with your mother's father's hair. So if that's the case, I'm going to be completely bald by the age of 25 or something like that. So I've got like.
So enjoy it while you can. You know what? When you cut little pieces off, you know, like when you just to, to keep it growing, you always cut a little bit off.
Yeah.
Save that hair because when you start going bald, you can tape that back on.
Get some glue and stick it back on my head.
Yeah.
Like Beavis and Butthead. Remember when they cut their own
Magic
hair?
hair.
They themselves facial hair so they could buy beer.
Yeah.
Remember that episode?
Yeah. Hey, Dwight.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we get too, hey Cameron, you want to come on and yeah, I know you have a new single out, but let's talk about hair instead.
Yeah, man.
Well, it is the Johnny Beane Show.
Mhm.
Come on, we talk about everything here.
We can talk about hair.
Hair
Lack
today,
of.
gone tomorrow.
You know. No, Cameron. The thing is, the older, the older you get, it's, you move in phases.
Yeah.
And eventually, if it happens, it happens, and it won't be a big deal. Just to let you know.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so, man. It's not the worst thing that could happen in the world, but.
According to you, it is.
Well, yeah, it is, man. I'm just trying to like make it easier for myself, man. It's just never going to be a thing. I'm not embarrassed to admit that I've looked up hair transplants.
Fruitcake Tony asked the question. He says, "If we all pitched in and bought a Lamborghini for Cameron, would he shave his head?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, minute. That was like.
It's easy. It's that easy. See, it's that easy.
But let me tell you this: getting a free Lamborghini is one thing, but the oil changes on a Lamborghini are like $20,000.
Yeah, man.
Think of that.
If that's the case, then we could work out another deal or something. I could maybe give away like guitar lessons and stuff or something. Private guitar lessons and I'll pay for the oil that way. I'll have to do like 400 lessons a week to afford it, but it'll be worth it.
Well, before we get too crazy again, I'm going to go through a little roll call here, but today's a big day for Cameron. He has his very first single out called Aurora, and we're going to talk about the whole process of that and what he used on it and, the whole thing. But I hope everybody checked it out today, and if you didn't, check it out after the show.
Mm-hmm. And maybe we'll play some of it.
Yeah.
In a little bit.
Woo.
Yeah. So we got Brendan Buttcheeks in the house. Very good friend of mine. Shauna Marie Sings. Thank you for the kind comment before, Shauna. Fruitcake Tony, Joe Hervey 84, R2R3 Locking Nut, Dwight Bailey, Hugh Caldwell. People are rolling in now, boys. We got some people in here. Kenko Dor, Joseph D'Angelo, California Home Builders. Jason McNamara is here. Bent Rosem. Frank Corcoran. Jared Frost. I haven't seen Jared's name in here for a while. Hey, Jared. What's up, man?
Hey, Jared.
What's up, Jared?
Thomas Santiago. I know I don't say your name as good as Mancuda does, but I'm not as cool as Mancuda. So I think Bruce is in here. Mr. BHB Jr. might be Bruce.
That's Bruce.
Stinky McToots is here.
Hey, welcome back, Stinky.
6 strings and 10 fingers. Tube Supio. Zach Thong. My wife is in the chat. Hello, Jeannie. John BL 5150. Everybody, thanks for being in the chat. Riley Morgan is here. We got a whole bunch of people. And if I missed anybody,
My good friend Mike Patrizio is in the chat. How's it going, man?
how did I miss him?
It's a very new comment. It just
Gotcha.
said, bring back the short hair, Cammy. Funny fact, I used to have like the whole kind of like, I don't know how to, like old Italian mafia kind of hairdo. Where it was like swept back. I used to work in a restaurant, and Tony, the boss there, she was like, okay, if you're going to work here, then you need to cut your hair. So I had to lose my hair for that one. But
Oh, so you'll cut your hair for a job, but not a Lamborghini?
well, when I needed money when I was 17 to fund my guitar addiction, then yeah, man.
Yeah, do what you can. Do what you can.
Yeah.
Right.
The thing is, Cameron, you can cut your hair.
Yeah.
You know, you can cut it short. It's fine. When you start shaving your head,
Yeah.
that's where you got to be careful, because every time you shave it clean, you do the Mr. Clean look like I do.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, when it starts coming back in, it kind of changes. It's not the same.
Oh man.
You know? So just don't shave it.
Is that
Yeah.
true? I heard that was like an old wives' tale. That if you
It's
actually,
true. Trust me.
if you bick your scalp, it doesn't come back in the same. But
Well,
That's true.
I'll tell you something funny. Well, it's not funny at all, but so my dad, obviously he had cancer and he had to get chemotherapy, and his hair basically went completely bald, apart from like a couple little bits here and there. But his hair was thinning beforehand, but when his hair came back after chemo, it came in thicker. So that's a strange one.
Yeah.
His hair came back thicker than it was before, which is quite strange. But I've heard about that before. Sometimes if people get chemotherapy, their hair can come back like curly or like a different way than it was before.
yes, I've heard that. Yep,
Wow, that's interesting.
it is. Yeah. So let's should we dive into this?
Yeah.
Why
Do
not?
we have anything I should be showing? Are there any pictures of like behind the scenes studio pictures or
I mean, we really prepared for this show, didn't we?
yeah, I know.
I have a couple I could send you, Johnny, if you give me
Yeah.
like 3 hours to try.
Oh,
and find
definitely.
them.
Definitely. Yeah. Send it all.
Jay, when you mean we, you mean you, right?
What do you mean me?
Well,
Hey, you're on the you're right with me on the show, man.
I wasn't at the controls when you mixed it. When you mixed this record.
I'm prepared to talk about that stuff, but I'm just talking about as far as us like getting everything to Johnny to like if he wants to show something. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I've sent them on Instagram, Johnny. I have a post that I put up a couple days after being in the studio.
Instagram.
Josh
Okay.
Jones,
Here we go.
what's up, buddy?
Josh Jones, or as Ellie calls him, Josh Hannon.
Josh, major apologies for missing your phone calls, by the way, man. But let's get a chat over the weekend.
Oh, why? Did he call you at 3 a.m?
Yep, exactly. At 3 in the morning, I was like dead to the world at that point. I woke up in the morning, I was like, "Damn it, man!"
Josh is so funny. I love him, but he has the habit of FaceTiming me just as I'm getting into bed, or first thing in the morning before I wake up.
Yeah, Josh, I will definitely give you a call tomorrow at some point if that's all good with yourself. So, yeah.
Yeah, 5:30 in the morning. I got one of those FaceTimes, and I was like, "What the hell is that? Is that the smoke detector? What is that sound?"
Aren't you a musician? Shouldn't musicians be going to sleep at 12 noon? 12 noon to midnight and be up all night?
Oh man, too good.
Yeah, he sent me some messages at like midnight ish somewhere the other night. Which is all good, Josh. You can call me anytime, dude. And there we go. We got the nerd hailing happening right there.
Yeah.
There we go. Welcome, Caleb. Yeah, I've been losing weight, you guys, because of this quarantine.
We go from hair loss to losing weight.
To weight loss. Yeah, you got to cover everything, you know. you know, I've been stuck in the house literally for a week, aside from going to the beach, you know, a couple times. Because you need exercise. You know, just let you guys know out here in California, we're all on quarantine, I guess is the way to put it. You can go outside. You can exercise. You know, you can go for a picnic like Caleb did earlier. You know,
Picnic.
a mobile picnic. You can't just like gather in one place for too long. That's the one thing you can't do. But ever since this quarantine, I've lost like 5 pounds.
Most
Just to let
people
you
are
guys
gaining
know.
weight.
Yeah, I'm losing weight.
Wow.
So this
Yeah,
shirt was a little tight. Now it's not. That's why I brought that up.
I've got an advantage with quarantine. I never really leave the house anyway. I just sit and play guitar all the time, so this is just normal to me.
Well, that's the thing. It's like if you're a homebody anyway, it's like what's different? Why is everybody freaking out? I stay inside 90% of the time anyway. Like what's the big deal?
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Although it's kind of weird. I don't normally care about going out and stuff, but ever since we got put on lockdown here in the UK, so we're not even allowed to leave our house now. And I was like, man, I really want to go outside now. Like, because I've been told I'm not allowed to, it makes me want to go outside.
Typical, yeah.
I know.
What is that? Whose vibrator is going off?
What, this one?
What is that?
It's a mini vibrator. It's in Mancuda pink.
That was in your front pocket.
Yeah. No, I gotta charge this phone up so I can show Cameron's pictures.
Oh Jesus. Well,
yeah, that's what it's like.
Everybody in the chat, if you have heard or seen the video or listened to the song, Cameron's new single, let us know. And that's it. Anything else? Anybody else got anything? Are we done?
Yeah, you guys definitely let us.
Well, Cameron, are you plugged in at all?
No, man, not plugged in. It's after midnight here, so if I was to like play any sort of volume, I'd get arrested.
Oh,
yeah, but you can't leave your house. So what are you supposed to do? You know,
I was gonna say, well, you could play a passage of it or something.
I totally would, man. But I mean, if you're gonna play a part of it during the show, maybe at some point.
Oh, sure, I'll play a part right now.
Nice.
I don't think I can play one note in a row the way you play it.
Well, there's a couple interesting tidbits about this song that we'll get into, but I don't think anybody in the chat or on the show right now, besides maybe Cameron, maybe even Cameron, not right now, has our guitars tuned how.
No, I'm prepared, man.
Oh, you got it, huh?
Yep.
It's a very.
So how did you tune your guitar for?
So I'm going to keep the tuning off this secret because I want to see who's going to find it out first. But I'll tell you the story behind it. So one morning, I don't know if you guys ever watch like the Andertons videos on YouTube at all. Like
sometimes.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah.
So I was watching the guy that's called the Captain Lee. I was watching him interview a guitar player called Yvette Young, and she's like she does like math rock kind of stuff, and she was talking about how she likes to use like Japanese tunings. So I was like, oh, that sounds cool, because when I play acoustic guitar, 99% of the time I play in alternate tunings. I get bored playing acoustics and standard. So I thought to myself, I'll give that a try. So I tried to put my guitar into a Japanese tuning, ended up screwing it up and done it wrong. And that's how I found the tuning of this song. I don't know if you guys can even hear this right now, but you know. That's a tuning of what the song's in.
Oh, that's so cool sounding.
You know, it's kind of cool, and then I started writing the riff that way. After that, I had sat and wrote like slightly different version of what the riff turned out to be, but I wrote it one morning after doing that tuning. I sent it to Jason McNamara. I've got this problem where I'll write a riff and then I'll just be like, oh, that's cool, and then just never do anything with it. But I sent it to Jason, and he was like, "Dude, record that right now." So it kind of gave me like the push to go record something, and that's pretty much how the song started. But it was so weird, man. Like, see, having to try and work out what the tuning is. I had the tuner on it. Like, I'm like, what is this? And trying to play guitar normally, you basically have to play everything backwards in this tuning. So like, you would normally do that as like a chord. You basically have to do it like this way. So it's really weird. But I managed to sort of figure it out, and yeah, that's how we started.
But didn't you say that it was like you thought you were doing it in the tuning that Yvette Young was talking about?
Yeah.
And you ended up screwing it up and doing a completely different tuning. And not a completely different tuning, but like a little different, right?
Well, so what happened was I sent Jason the riff, and he was like, "Man, that's a really weird tuning. What's that?" And he, I was like, "Well, it's this tuning." I sent him the video of Yvette Young talking about it, and I was like, "Wait, hang on." And I looked at my tuner, and I was like, "Damn it, man, I've done it wrong," kind of thing. But the cool thing is, I looked up the tuning, and nothing comes up. So I don't know. It's kind of unique. That made me happy.
The Cameron Brown tuning.
Yeah, it's official.
So it's the real Brown sound.
Yeah,
exactly.
Nice.
That's awesome, man.
Hey, Liquid Charlie's here. Hey, Liquid.
Hey, Charlie, what's up, man?
Hey, man.
Hey, Charlie. Yeah, Charlie's been posting a lot of cool stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, man. Charlie's a great guitar player. Super nice dude as well.
So Hal Face says, spoiler, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, and E flat.
Damn it, he found it out.
He's got it. Got it.
Hey, Andrew.
Oh, that's funny, man.
That's cool. Okay, I got your pictures. I need to get them from my phone onto the computer now. I don't have Facebook on this phone.
Oh, I was going to say I posted them on Facebook as well. I could have just.
Can you send them through Messenger?
Yeah, hang on. I'll send you them through. That would be a clever thing to do. Sorry.
Oh no, that's cool. Yeah, that'd be easier. Yeah, I try to. This is my streaming phone. This is the David Ennis streaming phone that I use, and I try to keep. I have Instagram on here, so I can go live on Instagram, which one of us should probably be doing. Probably.
You do it?
Oh, yeah. Although I see like everybody's live right now on there.
Dude, I told you when I opened up my Instagram a couple hours ago, my whole top bar, like the first 4 or 5 people, like on the storyline,
yeah,
everybody was live. I was like, damn.
Everybody. I know.
Whoops.
I know. That's why the internet is
busted.
Is busted. Yeah. Okay, Cameron. Thanks, man. Okay, I got
No problem, man. I don't know why I didn't think of doing that in the first place. Sorry, man.
Let's show some of these really quickly. And again, this is a podcast. Although I can cut the dead air out later, so it's all good. All right, there's Cameron right there.
Crap.
Okay, so what? Where was this? Where did you record?
So there's a studio like literally about 5 minutes away from my house. I've went there before when I was in bands and stuff to do drums. So I called him up. The guy's name's Colin, and I was like, can I come down with like a really loud amp and record obnoxious music? And he was like, of course, man. So that's how that started.
Cool. Yeah, so you got the Friedman.
Yep.
Which Friedman is that?
So it's the BE100. It's the 2016 version of that head. So it's slightly different. It's got like the original version didn't have I think there's like I think it's like a SAT switch or something. It basically gives it a little bit more gain. But the 2016 version's got that one. So not that I had it on. I use the sort of more vintage tones that the BE channel gives you. So I went down to the studio. Obviously, I've normally used 50 watt amps. So when I took that down, I was like, oh yeah, I can turn it up to like 7 and I'll be fine. I turned it up to 4 and it just about blew me across the room. So I was like, well, let's not do that.
Oh man, so it was almost like Back to the Future, man.
Honestly, man. I mean, my dad was at the studio with me, and he was, he was sitting in the room like this, like,
I'm surprised he didn't blow up that 212 cabinet.
I know, that's what I had sat and thought, man, because I played a gig in Edinburgh years ago, and one of the guitar players from the other band, he asked to use my cab, so I was like, yeah, sure, man, no problem. So he put I think it was like a Marshall Plexi style thing through it, 100 watt. I got my cab back at the end of the night, and the left speaker in it was completely blown. I was like, thanks, man. Cheers for that.
Yeah, those are only 20 watts. Those speakers are 20 watts. So, it's only 40 watts, and you got a 100 watt amp on it.
Yeah.
Got to be very careful.
Well, I'm going to be getting an EVH, not an EVH, a Friedman cabinet to replace the EVH one very soon. So I think it will sound pretty cool that way. Dave had asked if I wanted a 4x12, and I'm like, oh yeah, totally, man. But at the same time, I probably shouldn't, because I don't really. I mean, you can see what the room's like in here. I can't even move with that in here. So
just get the bed out of there. You don't need a bed.
Don't need a bed. Just sleep on top of the Friedman. It's fine.
Yeah. Tell them to send like a bunch of them, and you just lay a sheet over them. You know what I mean?
So Mike's asking what gig that was that the guy blew my cab. Mike was the singer in one of my old bands. It was Jack from Disposable. Man, he blew the cab.
Uh-oh. Find him.
Yeah. Well, it happens, I guess.
Talking to Friedman, they just shared my post on Facebook. That's really cool. What are the chances?
Awesome.
So I have a couple of the I guess I'll show this stuff later, but yeah, so he used a 57 and a 421 as the for the rhythm tracks. Is this on? So that's the intro guitar, but I have all the stuff right in front of me right now. It's cool. So
there you go.
Yep.
Why don't we just do it that way, and you can describe what you did to it? Like they do behind the music on VH1. Let's do the behind the music. You're sitting behind the board right now, right?
I know. I should almost share my screen right now.
Yeah, let's see your screen.
You want to see my screen?
You're about to see like the 300 clean guitar parts on this.
Well, this is it's up to Cameron. I mean, if he doesn't want me divulging what.
No, I don't mind at all, man. Honestly, do your thing.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh man, make sure all my my browser's windows are closed.
Keep your browser's closed and
browser. Let's see, how do I do this here? Well, you know what? Maybe let's talk about the song for a few, and about the whole process, if that's fine.
Process.
And then talk about the process, and then I'll share my screen and I'll kind of show some stuff, if that's fine.
Well, the funny thing about how the actual song or recording with yourself, Jay, first started actually happened because of this show. You guys were doing a show once, and you were talking about Ibanez guitars. You had mentioned the gem, and someone had mentioned, I think it was someone in the chat had mentioned the 20th anniversary 777 gem, and I commented and I was like, oh yeah, I've got one of those, but I don't really dig it, and Jay from the show started harassing me. He was like, dude, I want that guitar. Give me that guitar. Let me buy your guitar. So that's it right there. We worked out a good deal, and Jay said as part of the deal, he was like, since you're doing a good deal, I'll mix and master one of your songs for you for free. So that kind of made me pull the finger out and start writing some stuff.
Yeah, because I wanted the guitar, and I'm a terrible businessman, and I have a hard time like trying to sell myself to an artist or something. Like, hey, I really dig your stuff. I'd love to work with I'm terrible at doing all that stuff. So I was like, I have an idea, and Cameron was cool with it, so we worked something out. And so basically, because of this show and the gem is why Cameron and I started working together with this, which is neat. If he didn't have a gem,
if you didn't have a gem, you wouldn't want to know me.
No, like, who's this guy?
That's very interesting. That's
Mhm.
actually that's very cool. Behind like Janice, I saw the comment. I think it was saying or Tube Supio, honest, honest, awesome. I just woke up. Awesome behind the scenes. Yeah, that's definitely awesome. Behind the scenes stuff. And look at that. Oh,
One of the funniest things about the whole situation is I don't know what you guys are like, Dave and Johnny. When you get a new guitar, I don't know if you guys are like me, but the moment it comes to the door, you like grab it off the delivery guy and you like tear the box open and you're like, okay, I've got my new guitar.
Yeah, that's what
Jay
I
had
do.
the guitar for how long was it? Like a month?
It was more than that.
He had it for more than a month. He was like, I'm not opening it till Christmas Day. And I was like, yeah, right, this guy's talking. Like, he's talking rubbish. As soon as it comes to the house, he's going to open it. But no, he didn't open it until Christmas Day. So hats off to you, man.
Well, technically, he didn't open it.
Technically, no, but it helped that I had received this soon before we worked out the thing for the gem. If I didn't have a new guitar to play, I wouldn't have been able to wait, man. Really wouldn't have been able to wait. But no, just bent rose them. Oh man.
oh man, and Cameron, yeah, myself. No, I can get something. I can get a package in the mail and just let it sit.
Really?
Actually, these days that's what you're supposed to do because of what's going on out there. If you get a package, you put it in the garage, you let it sit there for 3 days to make sure you can touch it. And I'm not kidding, that's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I can get a package and be fine.
Wait a second. Just back up for 1 second. So you're saying that after 3 days, if there's a virus on your package, it knows to leave and you can pick it up? Oh, it's been 3 days. I'm going to split.
It survives on cardboard for like 2 or 3 days, does it not?
Yeah.
The bacteria itself or something like that.
Yep.
It doesn't just stay for it. I mean, I thought it was it's like 14 days. I thought it stays.
Yeah, in your body, maybe.
In you.
Yeah, once it's actually a person, yeah.
It can live on cardboard for a few days.
Dr. Beane, Dr.
Well,
Netball,
again,
Dr. Brown, Dr. Hannon.
We're not giving out medical opinions here. No. So, that's the one thing we're not doing. But that's what I heard is if you get a package in the mail, let it, actually my wife just got a new keyboard the other day. I picked it up at the post office 3-4 days ago. It's still in the car. We haven't taken it out of the car yet. It's still in the thing. No,
Although,
this
Oh, sorry, man, on you.
It's huh? No, I'm just saying it's very serious what's going on these days, and you got to be very, very careful. But but real quickly, no. For me, I can get a piece of mail or a guitar or whatever, and I can let it sit until I'm ready to do like an unboxing, and then I'll do it then.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about leaving guitars, as soon as this guitar got delivered to my house, I opened it, stared at it, and then I put it away for like a month because I was too scared to play it. Don't know why. I was genuinely terrified to play the thing. I didn't want to scratch it or dent it or anything like that. So I just continued to play the Mateus Asato, sir. And then I eventually, when the guys at Sir were like, so what do you think of the Modern? That's when I started posting with this guitar. But I was just so scared to scratch the thing, or because I had been staring at these guitars since I was like a teenager. Like, man, like kind of like Wayne's World, like one day it will be mine sort of thing. So, as soon as I got one, I never played the thing. I was too scared.
Wow.
Oh,
I'm still scared to scratch up the David Ennis Stratocaster that I have. It's too nice.
Well, we all know the first scratch or the first ding is always the worst, and then anyone after that's like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, unless if you're playing gigs all the time, then it's going to happen, and that's just how it is.
The worst, real quick, the worst ones, in my opinion, are when one of your bandmates, like my bass player my bass player Chris, who actually played on the song for Cameron, he's on stage, how big basses are, and just swinging it around and stuff. And I remember one time he blasted my other guitar player's guitar, and it put the biggest knot in it. And I was like, dude, how do you? I would have killed him.
I had a bass player one time bust the headstock of my guitar.
Oh,
So
We were
I-
on
Go ahead,
we were
finish.
on stage at the something theater down in Salinas, California. This MTV Trace tour that we were on, and the very last song that we would play, we would switch instruments. I'd play bass, he would play guitar, and then we get done. He goes to put my guitar on the rack. It falls down. Headstock breaks right off, and that's the Black Hammer Phantom that I have.
Jesus.
But huh?
Dave's
What?
gonna show a knot or a ding.
No, I'm not going to show a knot, but I think one of the worst ones when you have a brand new guitar and you take your cable out and this happens. When and it's like a brand new guitar and it's a fresh paint job and then you got this big dent in it.
That's never happened to me. I've never done that.
Oh, it happens to me all the time for some reason. I don't know why, but it does.
No, the worst is, playing at your desk. Like if I'll be recording something, right, or just playing here in general, and if I don't have nowadays, I'll no matter if I'm just sitting here or not, I'll put the strap on.
Oh.
And because if you're sitting here like this, you go to lean over to adjust something or something. Next thing you know, the guitar falls and blasts the keyboard tray or something, or the desk, or the falls off.
Okay.
Those are the worst. It's like, no.
Okay, I understand now. See, when I play the guitar, if I'm tracking, I'm always standing up. I never sit down and play ever. So now I can understand why if you take the thing out and it lands, if you got the guitar in your lap.
But if you're recording yourself, you're standing up?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm always anyway. Boner jams. What? I'm not here for one night stands, but I am versatile, shaved, and have 300 pics of myself enjoying. What is that?
Perennium sunning.
Perennium sunning, looking to share memory. What is this? Is this some sort of personal ad?
No, well, yeah, I mean, he always does that. Whenever he gives money, he makes you read something that's a little disconcerting.
Looking to share memories and midget foot fetishes. TikTok videos. Be safe, everyone. Thank you, Boner Jams. Thank you, man.
And for those of you who don't know, Boner Jams is one of my best friends, and I love when he writes stuff like that. I'm just glad I don't have to read it.
I'll read anything, you guys.
Anything
For money.
Anything
for money.
I'll read anything, you guys. I love all of you.
My friend Mike's showing me up in the chat here. He said Cammy used to throw his guitars about. That's true. I'm not going to name what guitar it was, but I had a certain guitar a few years back, and it would not stay in tune. And I can't remember if it was a gig or if it was somewhere in the practice room, but it got launched across the room. I kind of lose it sometimes with that kind of thing. You know when you've got a guitar that just doesn't stay in tune, it is the most frustrating thing in the world.
No, I can't say I know that one.
Well,
Can't say I know that.
Unfortunately, at that point, I didn't know how to set up guitars, man. So yeah, but that guitar didn't have a headstock to break off, so it was all good.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
No, it's the other one, not the company that I have a problem with. Not that.
Oh, they're live
Wait,
right
is
now,
it?
by the way.
Is it the one, Cameron, that I don't like, or is it the other one?
Yeah, it's the other one.
Okay.
The other one.
All right. So
But something you can do though. Here's a cool trick. If your guitar is not staying in tune, just hit the chorus pedal.
Yeah, that's true.
Turn the chorus all the way up, and you won't. No one will know.
Yep.
But then it'll be out of tune and horrible tone as well.
Well, it's covering it up. It's kind of,
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. So what? I showed your pictures.
Well, yeah. I guess we got to talk about some of the recording.
Are we going to talk about the song at all?
Yeah, let's get there.
Jesus. From Jay saying, "All right, let's get into this." We haven't gotten into it. We're an hour in.
Mhm.
Well, not an hour, but close. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Jay, do you want to show some of your screen
Well,
or
let's we can go from Cameron. As far as you writing a song, constructing it, like how do you start it?
what's
as
the
far as-
process?
Yeah, the process of you writing a song and recording it, and you know, going that way.
I started with that riff that I had sent Jason, and then I started recording it into Logic, and then for some reason it just didn't fit. So I changed it up, and that's for anybody that's listened to the song. There's like a little descending lick at the end of the sort of main riff. So I added that in because it
Go.
Is it what you say, man?
How's it go?
Well, it goes. I don't know if you'll even hear that, but it's
Oh
like,
yeah. Oh, you can play it. Yeah, we'll hear it.
yeah, it goes like. That's what it does at the end of the main riff, because it fit with the drum track that I had written. So then it started, kind of making a bit more sense. And genuinely, when I write songs, I kind of just keep on jamming along to drum tracks until I'm like, okay, that's cool, and I'll add it in. And then sometimes I'll take parts out because I'm like, no, that sucks. It doesn't sound right. Then the lead stuff is actually the last stuff, obviously, that was on my mind. I just wanted to write a song that had a lot of cool riffs so that I could sort of bang my head to, and hopefully other people felt the same way. But I added in a lot of sort of clean stuff as well to change it up a bit, because at the start it sounded really just like rocky, and I wanted to make it basically, I wanted to make a song, or at least try to make a song that people who don't necessarily listen to instrumental guitar could enjoy. That was basically the point in writing a song. I expected, I think a lot of people expect me to write and release a song that's like 5 minutes of just shred. And I don't even listen to music like that, so I didn't want to write a song like
I don't either.
Yeah, I mean, after a while, it feels like it's like an exam or something. You're like, man, I can't deal with this anymore. So yeah, then I added in like a lot of clean parts, a part that I kept telling Jay to turn up, which I'm pretty sure he'll tell you about very soon.
Yeah, hold on. Let me find that real quick and isolate it. If I
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can play isolated tracks. That's fine.
Yeah, that one part.
that part, right? Is that it?
Yep. I kept on. You hear that like throughout the song. I kept on adding that because I started messing around with like shimmer effects on an Axe effects, because I just wanted to make it sound like kind of dreamy.
Now you're talking my language, man. That's
Nice.
that's the stuff that I dig. I love reverbs and choruses and delays and
Yeah,
all that stuff.
well, it's kind of funny, man. I know you're a huge Police fan. My dad's a massive fan of that band, so I like all the sort of weird kind of stuff like that he does. So
Yeah.
I think that's probably where that kind of stuff comes from. But yeah, I wanted to write, something that just everybody could, or hopefully most people could enjoy. And then afterwards, that's when I started doing the lead stuff. But we went through like 4 or 5 different melodies on this one part. There was a bit that just wasn't sitting right with me at all. Then I kind of ripped off Jason Becker, and that's how it worked. So not a bad person to steal licks from, man.
Oh man, you should send him. Are you in contact with Jason?
Yeah, man. I've spoken to Jason a few times. He shared a couple of my videos on Facebook and stuff.
Oh, okay, good.
Super nice guy.
Good. Yeah, because he loves that stuff. And anything, any of you guys, anybody listening to this, if you have anything to share with Jason, share it with him, because he loves listening to the stuff and getting the stuff.
Yeah, he's a massive guitar inspiration for me, but also like a inspiration in life. Just his attitude and stuff is unbelievably good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he's amazing. His family is amazing.
Yeah.
And Jimmy over on Facebook, Jimmy Hatcher. Do you know him, Jay?
That's my brother-in-law.
Okay, he says pop that shirt off.
What?
Pop that shirt off.
The hell's he talking about?
I think he wants you to take your shirt off.
Oh. This is because he sits behind his computer with his shirt off all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome, Jimmy. Thanks for tuning in, man.
Suck it, Jimmy. Dickhead.
He's laughing.
Oh man. So when Cameron sent me, I'm trying to. All this seems like a blur at the very beginning of this because, when Cameron sent me obviously like the MP3 of like, I don't want to say the rough version of the song, but it's kind of what it is, right? Like the demo version of the song.
Oh, it was very rough, man.
Yeah. You know, it was how do I word all this stuff? But no, like the song was obviously there, but the one thing that drives me nuts as as an engineer and just like a musician in general is drums, right? And I think like the way Cameron writes the songs, obviously I think a lot of guitar players are the same way. Basically, you're just writing like putting down basic drum beats to like facilitate the riff, right? It's how do I explain this?
I know exactly what you're saying. That's for me. If I'm writing something, generally I just write without drums. I just do it, and then I'll
put
work
a drum
it out.
beat to it. Is that what you're saying?
Well, if I had, let's say if I'm working something up and I go on and I play it live with an actual drummer, with a real drummer, then I'll play what I'm doing and he'll play, and then I'll kind of explain to him, I'll give him ideas of what to play.
Mm-hmm.
The hardest thing for me is writing a riff or writing something and then trying to put the drums down behind it myself using some sort of something on this magic box we're all staring into,
Yeah.
It's the worst. For me, it's almost easier just to write to some drum track that's already there,
Yeah.
which can give you a different spin on what you're doing, because you kind of have to fit to what's already kind of already on the track or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But and also, can I read this? Yeah, I can read this. Jimmy says, "Jay, suck both balls." So there you go. On Facebook.
If you would have said to me, Jay, guess what Jimmy just told you, I would have guessed that 100 times out of 100. He said suck both balls, didn't he? I knew he would have said it. I think when Cameron and I started doing this together, I think the thing that kind of put him, like made him feel, and interrupt me if I'm not correct here, Cameron, but when I sent you the first drum track, that was it for you. Like, I think that's when you were like, okay, now we're on.
Oh, remember, man, before you sent me that drum track, I really started to hate the song.
That's right. Yeah. You did.
I was like, man, I don't know if I like this song anymore. I'm done, kind of thing. I don't want to add any more to it. You sent me the drums. It was like 1 a.m. or something. You sent me like a quick part of the drums. It was the same day that Dave got out of hospital. And I was up until like 5 a.m. listening to this one part that you sent me. I was just like, man, I just want to record it now. Like,
Wow.
Well, then you said that you showed it to some people and they actually thought it was like a real drummer.
Yeah.
Listen to that, man. I'm trying to find a cool. I should probably wait and do this, but whatever. Where's that cool part? Hold on. That's not it. Probably boring the show now, but whatever. I have everything labeled, but not cool enough, I guess.
It's all very cool behind the scenes stuff.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, the drums on the clean part of the song are really cool.
Yeah, very cool stuff. But no, that's, to me, I mean, that's the one thing that drives me nuts about, especially modern day, like guitar records, like instrumental guitar records, and even not guitar records. If the drums don't sound like real drums, or at least close to it, I instantly check out.
That's the one problem I've had for years and years and years. I'm not going to name the song. Let me just say, there's this one really popular rock song we all know, and it has a certain drum beat to it, which is great for that. But when I've seen other bands play this particular song, there's this one drum beat where to me it's the most uninspiring beat I've ever heard. And every time I hear it, if a song starts with that beat, I check out, because I'm like, I know exactly what's going to happen with this song. There's only one. It's the same thing.
But you're just talking about the beat itself. You're not talking about the actual like drum, like the sound of the drums and the production of the drums.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just talking about just the actual beat.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of the I think a lot of guitarists and bands, I think, just use guitarist brains and drummer brains are very different. And as a guitarist, I understand that, but I told Cameron this before, and other bands that I've worked with. Like, I'm a guitar player who thinks like a drummer, and I think that helps in this type of thing where, like I wanted to make sure that these drums sounded as close as possible to like how a real drummer would play them, because anybody can just play a straight 4/4 beat, but there's little nuances that a drummer will do that most people won't understand it or realize or know how to get there. So
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, I totally get it.
Yep.
And Matt Stanley over on Facebook says Cameron is a killer player. Got that EVH feel down for sure. Then he's got some emojis, which you can't see, but
thanks, man.
Ooh. Oh, what guitar is Matt Stanley playing there?
Looks like a Kramer or something.
Yeah,
looks like a Kramer Beretta or something.
Yep, it is. Maybe an 85.
I don't know what I like better, the guitar or the shirt. Johnny, can you pop that up again?
That shirt is pretty cool.
I want it.
And the pants too. I like the color in the pants.
Yeah.
It's a very 80s picture.
Color of the pants, not the color in the pants.
Hey, look in the background. Look, is that a scrim, a backdrop scrim with the stripes?
That's pretty damn cool.
I want everything in that picture.
Man, I like the font of the words that he typed. That's super cool. New one. Oh, he routed it for. Oh, it's a Kramer Beretta. New one. He routed for a Floyd.
Wow.
Routed for a Floyd. Is that one of those
Beretta it's a new one.
Specials?
Yeah, it's a new one. Yeah.
That's like a $200 guitar.
Looks like it.
Liquid Charlie asks Jay, what drum software do you use? I use Superior Drummer 3, man. But it's not just, I think a lot of guitarists nowadays use like either Superior Drummer or Easy Drummer. But it's not just like using the stock beats or fills or just programming in the drums. It's all about velocities and like ghost notes and little things that I don't want to like say anything shitty or anything, but I'm a guitar player, so I can say it. A lot of guitar players don't hear that stuff. It's all about the guitar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they just think, oh, basic drum beat, whatever. I'm playing guitar, so that's all that matters. But Joe Harvey says, get good drums. No, thank you.
That's kind of what I was kind of saying is you can put some basic drum beat in there and just shred all over it. And, a lot of people won't notice, but the people that do notice, that's like, that sucks.
Yeah. And I think a lot of the music nowadays is kind of oversaturated with that stuff. And in my opinion, like I'll hear it and the playing or the song might be great, but if I hear those fake drums and triggered drums, I'm out. I don't want to hear it,
Mm-hmm. And also Matt Stanley on Facebook says that guitar is $170.
But it plays like $1,070 guitar now.
Or is that $1.70? Anyway, that's cool, Matt. That's awesome.
But I think it helped when I sent Cameron that first drum track. I think it kind of helped him like whoa, like the inspiration I think caught fire a little bit for him, and he was like pumped, like let's do this, man. Let's get this song out.
Well, that night I was awake until like 5 a.m. and that's the same night that Dave got out of hospital, and I was speaking to Dave at like 5 a.m. my time, so I was still.
I remember that.
I remember.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Man, so long ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago,
So
wasn't it?
can we hear some of the song?
Yeah, Johnny, do you want to throw up maybe 30 seconds of a playthrough or 29 seconds, however many you can get away with? And then if you want, I'll pull up the Pro Tools session here. And, you know.
Let's see. Let me jump over to Instagram.
I'm going to use the restroom real fast while you're pulling that up. I'm going to pull it out while you pull that up.
Okay, you. Oh no, crap! See what happens?
Man,
Oh dear.
Max, Johnny Headroom. Johnny Headroom.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have some problems here. Then I can't do that. Okay. Oh, that's why I'm charging this phone over here. Okay, we'll do it here. Wait a minute. Can I do that? I'll do this. Oh, Billie Eilish has a new post on Instagram. You guys like? Okay, let's see. Okay, I'll wait till Jay comes back.
That's a cool guitar there, Cameron.
Thanks very much, man. It's,
I like the black. I like it.
it's,
Is that a black headstock?
Yeah, man. It's a Sir Modern. Is it a Modern Pro or a Modern Plus? So basically, the idea behind this guitar is that obviously Sir like a custom shop kind of like guitar builder for you. You know you spec what you want and then they build it. But they do production guitars as well, and this is a production guitar, whereas that one over there is like a custom build. So what they've done was they picked, I think it was like the most popular sort of things that people asked for, like, you know, this one's like basswood with like a flame maple top, maple neck, stainless steel jumbo frets, and then like this normal Sir pickup configuration. And they released this guitar as like a production model, but it's great. This is the one that I used on the rhythm tracks of the song, and I used this one on all the lead stuff.
So you have 3 John Sir guitars?
I've got 4. There's a 5th one coming very soon. But I don't know. Well, I'm saying very soon, but I don't know how soon it's going to be now with the whole coronavirus thing. You know.
Right.
But yeah, I've got a custom build in the works at the moment.
So what's the 4th one? I know you have that black one.
So the 4th one isn't actually here at the moment. One of my friends borrowed it to record, but it's a classic antique, so it's kind of like an S-style guitar with like a little bit relicing on it and stuff.
Oh, sure. What color?
It's like a cherry burst thing. I'll just show you a picture of it, man. Hang on.
Wait, it's in the other room, and you're going to show him a picture?
2 singles and a humbucker?
Yeah, that's the one.
With a pickguard.
Bear with me. 2
Wait, you have 4 Sir guitars?
Yeah, man. About to have a 5th one.
Oh, I didn't know you had 4 of them. Holy shit.
Well, that's what he plays. He plays the Sir guitars.
I know. I didn't know he had 4 of them, though.
He should have 5.
Okay, so the only video
he should have 10.
2, right, man? I wouldn't say no. The only video of me playing that guitar on Facebook, I'm sitting outside playing Lenny, but I don't know. Is that too bright?
I can't see it at all, actually. Oh, there you go.
That's the other one I've got.
Nice. So what are the pickups in that? Are they 2 MLs and then the
2 MLs
SV, whatever the hell they call it?
Yeah, it's like the noiseless MLs. It's got like, when I took the pick guard, I actually changed the bridge pickup in that guitar. I put a Jason Becker pickup in that one. That's what at the moment. But when I took it off, it's got like, I don't even know what it is, man. There's this thing. It's like a tube shaped thing here, and it's I think that's for like stopping the pickups, the single coils from humming.
Right.
But it's a great guitar, man. Plays like butter. That was the first sort of recent Sir guitar I got before these 2 turned up. So this one back here is quite rare. Obviously, well, in fact, I'll show you this first. Sir guitars normally have like this arm contour like here.
Yeah, sure.
Most guitars, whereas this one here is like a flat top Sir. They don't really make very many of these, so it's just like totally flat on the top. Doesn't have any of that.
Look at that.
Obviously, you've got the.
Now, did you order it that way? Did you want that?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I wanted on the guitar, man. It's kind of reminiscent of a Music Man. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
This guitar is basically a combination of all of my favorite guitars that I've ever played growing up in one. So that's what this one's all about. Also, this one's got a recessed trem. The other one doesn't. That just sort of sits on top of the body on the other, sir.
Very cool. So you can pull back on that all the way.
Yep. It goes all the way.
It goes all the way.
It's got like a coil tap thing here as well for the clean stuff.
Yeah.
This guitar blows my mind, man. You plug it into the Friedman over there, and you know it can go from like Lenny style SRV cleans to like the heaviest, darkest sounding thing. It's really good.
Very nice.
But I definitely dig roasted maple. Roasted maple's like it's so stable and it sustains really well. It just feels nice as well. It feels like a lot smoother than maple to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people that as soon as they play roasted maple, they're like, "Oh my god."
Well, I mean, yeah, it takes all the water out of the wood, so it's going to be smoother.
Mm-hmm.
But
Boner Jams has a question. He says, Cameron Brown, what tunings do you use and what are you looking for in sound? Bright, shiny leads, low end growl. What are some of your influences? Influenza.
So tunings the tuning that I normally use, well, when I used to play with a singer, the tuning that I would use is E flat, typical Van Halen tuning. But recently I've just been using standard. But this song is like a weird as anything tuning. I'm gonna try and figure it out. When it comes to looking for sound, both of those things that you said is what I'll look for. I love like a low end like punch kind of sound for rhythm stuff, but for lead stuff, I like it to sound almost quite mid-rangey, kind of like if you're a fan of Guthrie Govan, that kind of tone. Basically, Guthrie Govan and Eddie Van Halen put together is the tone that I look for from a guitar. So, I mean, the Friedman does that perfectly. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Man, that sounds sick.
Surprise!
I do say so myself.
Was that loud?
No, it was fine.
Okay. Just coming from my monitors, which, are right
Oh,
over here.
yeah, I know.
Yeah. So we got that one now. So the differences between that one and that one.
The differences between both these guitars.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this one's pretty much the same, man. That's a basswood body. This one's a basswood body. This one's a flame top. That one's a quilted top. They've both got roasted maple necks. This one here's got a slightly thinner neck than this one. I'm turning it the wrong way. You can kind of see this one's a little bit thicker. This one's. Oh. I'm not used to this whole camera facing me backwards kind of thing.
Yeah,
one of
weird,
them is
right?
thicker.
Yep.
We've got one of my favorite things about Suhr guitars is the cutaway on the. I don't know if you'll see that because of you will, because of the light. You see that cutaway up here?
Yeah. Yep.
You get all the way up to the 24th fret easily. And a lot of people say, "What's the point in that?" Because no one plays the 24th fret. But if you listen to my song, one of the notes at the very end is a bend from here up to a G, which is all the way up at the 24th fret. But yeah, they're pretty much the same kind of guitars, man. This one's got a different bridge pickup, but I can't remember what it is.
Is that right here?
I think it's after that, man.
Hold on, let's see it. Let's see.
Yeah, here's the bend.
That's it.
Yep,
That was
that's
it. Yeah. That's the one that if you're playing eights, it's going right through your finger.
Yep.
Oh, ouch.
Yep. Right down to the bone.
Oh, it's in the bone.
Boner Jams.
Talking about that solo, man.
Oh my goodness.
The funniest thing about that solo is I had to relearn it again to do the playthrough video for the song because it was just kind of. I don't like writing solos. I like doing sort of off the cuff kind of things because I think it sounds cooler when you do that. But see, trying to relearn it again, man, nightmare. I had to slow it down on Logic and try and figure out what I had done for a lot of
Hey,
the lick.
you know, you could have like said, "Hey Jay, can you send me the isolated solo
Well,
so I could figure it out?"
what I done is
That's
I went
next time.
on to Logic, man, and just basically isolated the solo itself and slowed it down a bit so I could hear what I was doing.
That's right. You have what the hell am I thinking? I'm thinking you recorded it here and you don't have these
He
isolated.
sent you
stuff.
the stuff.
Yeah, you got the damn solo.
Yeah, man.
How many of those licks, Jay, did you replay yourself
Oh,
And then-
I played the whole thing, man.
and then send to him?
Yeah. Like, why do these guitars sound? Why does it sound like I suck? I had to put his tracks back in. You know, it's like whatever.
That'd be the coolest thing ever, man. You know, let's say if like Steve Vai, sent you, some tracks, and you replaced a few of them with like your own, and then nobody noticed, and then every time you heard that song, you're like, "That's me."
That's me.
Imagine doing that. I wonder how many engineers have actually done that.
I've done.
You've done that. Oh,
I've done it before. Yeah.
oh.
Jay's secrets are coming out.
I usually try to be honest with the band. You know, if like they record something and I'm like a couple
Guys,
notes here.
That sucks.
Yeah, like
This is terrible.
I don't want to say it sucks to anybody, but no, I mean, I'll be honest and say, hey, do you want to retract this or do you want me to just quickly do it? And most of the time,
I actually think Vi did that on the Whitesnake record in 1990. I think Vandenberg recorded some stuff, or it might have even been what the hell's his name?
What?
Vandenberg may have recorded. Vandenberg recorded some stuff on that 1990 Whitesnake record, and then Steve Vai re-recorded it. He did a bunch of stuff. He took Vandenberg stuff out and re-recorded stuff.
Because Vandenberg, he hurt himself.
You know what? It might have been John Sykes, actually. Maybe not Vandenberg. It might have been John Sykes, and Steve Vai replaced some of those parts, which boggles my mind because John Sykes, oh my God, how amazing is he?
yeah.
Well, talking about John Sykes, I forgot to mention who was it that asked me about the tone earlier?
Boner Jams.
Yeah, he's another big influence on the lead tones on that song. Just how like big it sounds, kind of thing.
Yeah, Hal Face. I'm guessing he's an engineer, producer. He says I've done it to band. Oh, he's done it to band members, maybe guys in his own band. I think it's a normal thing. I mean, a lot of people don't understand. Like, I know of huge records that were done that most of us listen to still to this day, classic albums that a producer will say, bass player ain't cutting it. Let's get somebody else to track the bass. Drummer. I know, I don't want to say the band name because I was told this in secret, but there is an album that came out right at the turn of like grunge, from like glam or hard rock into grunge. And one of those bands that kind of got, wasn't as cool as they used to be, they got a different drummer to play on the album because the producer was like, your drummer ain't cutting it. We got to get somebody else in here. And I was like, are you kidding me? And they're like, no. And I heard this like inside information. They're like, do not tell anybody I ever told you this. So I'm just leaving it.
Well, chances are we don't know who it is.
You would know who it is. If I told you the band, you would know, and what album it was. You would know who it is. Yes.
I think I know just from that.
What's the second letter of the band name?
Oh man.
N.
No.
Z.
What second letter?
Are you thinking Enough's Enough? Is that who you're thinking, Johnny?
No, I'm just playing around.
What is it? What is it in vowels and consonants or something?
Yeah. Karen, are you okay, Karen? Over on Facebook. Karen says Rush is one of their favorites.
Hell yeah.
That's cool. And Clayton James Hicks, 1998 Hicks today says today Johnny is Frankenstrat Friday. That's right, Clayton.
And Clayton, thanks for subscribing to my channel. Appreciate it.
Oh, that's very nice of him. Today is also Aurora Friday. I was trying to think of something clever, but I couldn't do it. But no, everybody out there, man. Cameron Brown has a brand new single out. And It came out today.
Maybe we'll get a chance to hear it sometime tonight.
Yeah, John, you want to do the video for a second?
Here.
Oh, just in case you're still watching, by the way, the reason why I brought the single out today is because it's my mum's birthday. So that was kind of like...
Oh, happy birthday, Cameron's
Happy
mom.
birthday to your mom.
Oh, happy birthday. That's awesome, man.
Is there a birthday sound effect anywhere on here? What's
The
this
cake?
one? That's not it.
Hey, there it goes.
Bry the sign guy says, what's the name of the single called?
Bree.
Aurora. Yeah, dude. Aurora. And it is on all your streaming and downloading platforms.
My friend Mark's daughter's name is Aurora. She's young girl. I don't know, 5 years old.
That's a cool name.
Mm-hmm.
Here's something. What page am I logged into here? Oh.
My mum's still awake, and she said, "Thanks, everyone." So,
Oh.
still awake. That's quite strange.
Oh, happy birthday. Okay, so here's I'll play some of the track. Hope it might be too loud. I might have the problem with being too loud. Oh, what's that?
That's the that's the song right there.
That was it?
That's it.
How
That's that weird tuning, man.
Cameron, how did you do that, man?
Oh, I've got a weird effect pedal, man. It's a secret.
Okay. All right. I'll here we go. Let me know.
Wait, are we gonna still see us?
Yeah. No, I'm just doing audio.
Oh, you don't want to do a little bit of the video? No. We got to pretend like we're actually like, yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
I like it. We gotta go.
Hey, Johnny, can you just put or never mind, whatever, man. We're
Yeah,
live.
just play the damn song.
We're rocking.
Yeah. Plus, I got the link in the chat in the. I got the chat in the link here.
Lincoln logs.
Right there. So you guys can go over and you guys can pick up the song on Spotify. Wait, no, you can't get it on Spotify. What, iTunes?
Spotify.
Yeah, it's on.
You can't buy it on Spotify. You
no.
do it.
It's on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, everything, man.
Everything.
iHeartRadio.
All of it.
iHeartRadio, yeah, dude.
Nice. You get on it. You get on iHeartRadio. You're good. You're good to go.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never even heard of iHeartRadio before I released the song, man.
You guys want to know something? Oh my gosh, I listen to iHeartRadio on my phone all the time. On this, believe it or not, this is a telephone. It's disgusting.
Oh my god, dude!
Oh, it's horrible. The battery is whoops. What do you call it? Yeah.
It's about to
run over by a
about
car.
to,
For the past year. I somehow I subscribed to iHeartRadio, and I didn't even know this. For the last year, I've been paying $6 a month for it, and I didn't even know it. I got the payment thing on my PayPal. Hey, you just paid iHeartRadio $6. I just happened to see it. I'm like, what?
Well, it looks like I'm not eating today.
And so the last year that's been happening, I didn't even know it. So I'm like, turn that off.
Delete.
Terrible.
Give me that money back. I need my taco.
Yeah, man.
Terrible.
Chipotle.
No.
I need my chalupa.
I haven't been eating out at all the past couple weeks.
Yeah, that's why you're losing weight, because you're not eating.
Yeah, I lost 5 pounds. Okay, so here I got it on Spotify here. Let me know.
It'll be lower in volume on Spotify, so it might be okay. It shouldn't blast away on that.
All right, let's see. So this is Cameron Brown, right here.
Oh, there goes the underwater effect.
Is that part of the production?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
How'd you do that part? Well, I plugged my phone into my cable. There you go. But yeah, if you guys want to pick this up, it's on iTunes. And again, the link is right here.
Well, Hugh Caldwell says he bought Aurora on Amazon. Awesome.
Hey, thanks, man. He's a fellow Scottish guy as well.
Oh, cool.
So I hope you don't take this the wrong way, because I mean it with all due respect. It sounds like that song could be on any Steve Vai record.
Yeah, I'd take that as a compliment, man.
Yeah.
Well, the cool thing about this song is, I think Cameron said it, like there's a lot of influences in it. Like there's certain parts that, are very melodic and stuff. But at the very end, he gets a little shreddy with a couple parts. There's the whole clean section, which is neat. There's a lot of different things in there, kind of riffy in certain spots.
Kind of going for like a sort of Joe Satriani vibe. Well, early Satriani anyway, not like so much the modern stuff, but that's kind of what I was going for with the track.
Oh, that's great, man.
Sounded great.
Thanks, man.
Let me see something here. Should I share my screen real fast?
Yeah.
Stuff?
Let's see what you're really looking at.
Oh yeah, I love that stuff, man.
You're about to see a stupid amount of clean guitar track.
Oh yeah, let's count them. Let me share the screen here. Let me put the chat up top. Boner Jams just texted me. He said, when I look for Cameron, what do you say? When I look for Cameron Brown, I find some weird shit. What?
You find like a senator or something.
Yeah,
Hold
so
on.
that's because
Yeah.
for I think it was like a few years back now, there was two politicians in Britain. One was called Gordon Brown, the other one was called David Cameron. So that's why that is. They both come up.
Oh, he just means in general. Like I had the same problem last night on Spotify when I searched just Cameron Brown. A bunch of different artists popped up. If you want to find them quick, just type in Cameron Brown Aurora and it'll come right up.
I think I might need to change my name on Instagram because the amount of people that have messaged me today being like, dude, Cammy B's not on Spotify and that. And I'm like, well, that's not my real name. That's why. You know?
You buttheads.
Yeah, man. Cameron, when we're done here, I'll give you some tips.
Yeah.
On that, because I know exactly what you should do.
Perfect.
Should do.
Let's see. Should I show this one? Yeah, let's show this one.
Oh, that's nice.
Let me put this up top as well while we're at it. Okay, you see all this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's the very intro of the song. Is all these clean guitars. And I have a fade in on, I don't know where it is, but the clean bus, wherever you are, clean bus has a fade in. So that's the whole beginning there, but then it goes right into the where is it? Here you go. Oh no, Pro Tool.
Did it crash?
No, it didn't crash. It's just telling me that I probably have it set up for. Yeah, it's not set up for mixing. Hold on, let me do this real fast. It's weird. You didn't see that on the screen. What I just pulled down.
Right. Yeah, because you're not sharing that part of it.
Yeah. So I don't know how much of this is gonna when it's gonna drop out, but. So I know you guys probably can't hear it over here, but when Cameron sent me the song with just the one guitar track doing the intro riff with the drums, I kind of had an idea of going kind of old school Van Halen with putting like just having the guitar on the left channel, as you can see here, 100%. You can't see my mouse. Can you?
No,
Am I here?
Yep.
You're here.
You can't see the mouse, can you?
Nope.
Oh, that's weird. So I can't even point to anything. So anyway, the rhythm track is on the left channel, but I have the reverb all the way to the right. Where the hell is the reverb channel? I don't even know where the hell it is. Anyway, so that kind of gives it that old school. Oh, I called it Verb EVH. Here it is. So let me solo some of these guitars here. I know you probably can't really hear it that well, but there is Verb going right into the just Verb on the right channel.
No, it's in mono for us.
Yeah, I know it's going to be in mono, but let's see. Is there a way I can do it? Yeah, whatever. We don't have to get too crazy with it, but yeah, it does that. Let's count those clean tracks, Cameron, shall we?
Yeah, go for it.
So there's the trem part, which is this. Let's isolate that. Oops. So there's that thing going on. So we got this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then this one, 13 on the bottom. What is this one? Well, I love that one, dude.
Oh, yeah.
There's another one of the tremolo picking parts. There's 2 of those going. This is the one you had me turn up a million times.
Yep.
That one.
Every mix you sent back, I was like, come on, man. Get that bit turned up.
Well, check it out. This one that's highlighted right there in the white. This was, I believe, the original. If you see everything else, every other track, it's like -12, -14, -18 up here, -25 down here. This one was like -14. And he told me to turn it up, and I don't want to go too far. So you turn it up like 1 or 2 dB, 1 or 2 dB. And he's like, dude, I still can't hear that. So I was like, all right, I just blasted it. He's like, yeah, there you go. So, and then there's a lot of stuff going on in these clean parts, man. Yeah. So are all
Almost
these
sounds like a 7-string.
Yeah, it almost does, right? Ooh.
Sounds like a piano.
It almost does, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that cuts through a lot. I like that one a lot. There's another one of those. Dude, there's just so many clean tracks. I mean, you can understand how something could get like, dude, turn that one part up. And I'm like, man, there's like 97 guitar tracks here. So, then here's the outro solo. I don't want to just isolate this whole thing the whole time, but No,
we're just giving people a taste.
Yeah.
Because we want.
Let's see that part, dude. Holy crap! How's that?
Man.
Did you get Ingray to play for you?
Right? That is crazy stuff, man.
That's awesome, Cameron.
Yep.
Thanks, man. That was the one take solo I had to relearn.
And Jay's like, that was the one that I actually did. Yeah. Can you see it's labeled solo? Jay had to replay it. Yeah. So here's just drums and guitar for that part, which I think is pretty neat. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, now let's hear the bass.
All right, where's the bass track here? You just want to hear bass and what?
Bass and drums.
Bass and drums. Okay, here you go. How about this part?
Doesn't the bass follow the actual like descending lick in the riff?
Sorry, dude. Say it again.
I'm sure the bass follows the descending lick in the riff as well, like the main.
Oh, yeah,
riff.
where's one of those? Probably. That little part?
No, it's the actual like main riff. It'll be after that part. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Nice.
That little thing right there?
Yeah, that's the one. That's cool.
There it is. So
That's great, you guys.
yeah, cool stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I really like it how you guys work together on this. You know.
Yeah, man. Jay's gonna be the person who does all my music from now on. So just so you know that, man. Like,
Yeah, until he turns into a rock star in a couple of years. It's like, Jay who? Yeah, that guy. Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome, you guys. Yeah, John Beale. Thanks for sharing that, Jay.
You're welcome. Well, I mean, if Cameron wasn't cool with it, I wouldn't have done. Some people wouldn't want that shown on here. You know, like, dude, don't show what you know my song looks like. You know, like all like that. You know? So.
Well, I mean, but that's how it is, though.
Yep.
That's exactly how it is. It's yeah.
A little transparency never hurt anybody, right?
Yeah, John Beale. We'll talk about more. We'll talk more about this type of thing on Saturday, I think.
Saturday night.
Saturday night.
And
Was
I
everybody
ain't
talking
got
about
no
passwords? Did my password
What?
screen pop up or something?
No. Not that I know of.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, metalhead hippie. That was you saying that, right? Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, the internet is very, very strange these days. So be extra careful.
Hold on, I'm gonna try to find one more part for you, for you hard rockers out there. I'll mute my microphone so I can find it.
What, are you gonna be swearing a bunch?
Oh, I know why.
Hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Song sounds great, man.
thanks very much, man. I'm glad you dig it.
Here you go. Here's Cameron's. Now this is one of those things where as like when I was, because he sent me like the skeleton. That's what I like to call it when a band sends you like the MIDI drums that, you know, the basic MIDI drums that they kind of work the song out to, the skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
I think this part kind of had just this regular straight, like almost like the same beat as the main part, like, you know, do ba, you know, I'm pretty sure that's what it had to it, but you know, I kind of just did the China, riding the China, you know, halftime type of beat, and I think it kind of worked really well for
Definitely gave it some balls.
yeah. And then this is in there too, which is that part that that one track that he always told me to turn up. That's right in there. And
Actually, that's where I'd want to hear it, right there.
yeah, yep. And it's funny because like when he kept telling me to turn up, I'm like, Jesus, dude, really? And then once I heard it like that, I'm like, yeah, he's right, you know. You know, that's the thing too, is like with a mix engineer, you know, when they, especially a song that's this
Intricate.
yeah, intricate and what's the other word I'm looking for? Just loaded with stuff, man. Dense. I'll say dense, a dense song. You know, it's the artist a lot of times will have a certain vision, like they want to hear certain parts more than others. And the engineer might kind of feel a different way, like, you know, maybe they're concentrating more on a different part or a different track. So that's why it helps, you know, to be involved with the whole mix process. Like, hey, dude, you know, it sounds cool, but I want to hear this a little more.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
think, to be honest with you, man, that's my favorite part in the whole song. Just that random clean bit. I don't know why. It just sounds really trippy. I like it.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then the effect you used on it was really cool too.
Yeah.
It sounds like the drone strings on a sitar.
Yeah.
Can you play that real quick? The
It's literally just on the 12th fret, just sitting going like, well, this guitar's out of tune now, but yeah, that's the vibe that you get.
cool, man. And that's the thing with an alternate tuning, it
Nice.
makes you like inspiration comes in a different way. It's you can't just rely on what?
You really got to try to figure out what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a minute, that's not right. You know,
that
you
sounds-
can't look at it. It's not. You got to more like feel your way around. I think.
Well, that's what when I first started doing the lead stuff and sending it to Jason, he was like, "So are you playing the, you know, the lead stuff and the crazy tuning as well?" I was like, "Are you high, man? Like, you want to try and play that?"
Well, I didn't know that either until I think you said that to me, and I was like, man, how does, you know, I understand playing like, you know, the chords and stuff for the song, but having to like relearn the fretboard while you're soloing, like, and then he told me, he's like, no, I was like, holy shit, you know.
I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy, man. Don't want to give myself that much work.
Yeah. Jeannie says at 7/8, new rapid fire. Did I hiccup or something?
Do you have
No.
a rapid fire for him?
Oh,
That's what she's saying.
oh,
Not
we
good.
never did it. We never worked it out. We never worked it out. Well, that's
Like, you'll just have to come back, Cameron.
Nice. Well, I'm happy to come on anytime you guys will have me. So.
well.
Oh yeah, man.
We're not ending yet, are we?
Nah, this is the 9-hour edition.
Oh,
Nice. From about 3 a.m. onwards, you'll just see me sleeping there. But, don't mind me.
Yeah, it goes from the Cameron album premiere to the Cameron sleep stream.
Yeah.
What time is it over there right now in Scotland?
It's 20 to 2 in the morning, man. Although I'm quite awake because I fell asleep for a couple hours earlier, so I'm all good.
Halface says, I'm super into this. I love hearing songs broken down. Dude, I'm the same way, man. I love watching those like classic albums, videos, or DVDs.
Yeah.
When they actually get into the studio on the board and they're like, hey, listen to this. And they isolate certain tracks, and I'm like, yes. I love it. I love that.
I just recently saw the Tom Petty.
How was that one? Was it good? Which album did they do?
They did Damn the Torpedoes. It was amazing.
I'll have to watch that one. The one that I didn't enjoy is the Rush one. You know why? Because every time they'd get into the studio to show
It was Rush.
No, I love it. No. Every time they'd get into the studio to like break down and isolate tracks and talk about certain things, they'd cut to one of them playing the part now. Well, not now, but you know, when they made it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I don't want to see you play it now. I want to hear the isolated track when you guys recorded it back in 70 something, you know, or 80 something.
They didn't play the tracks from the album.
They did, like, but real quick, and then they would pan to them or switch over to them playing the song now.
Yeah, they probably couldn't. They probably couldn't get the rights to them or something.
I don't understand how not. You know?
If they don't own their own, maybe I don't know.
Not everybody owns their own stuff. That's why Cameron. That's why these days it's awesome because you own your own.
Yeah, exactly. Man.
Your own music.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's kind of crazy that that's what the music industry was like before anyway, though. It's like, okay, you've created this thing, you spent all your time and effort writing it, but you don't own that, man. And it's like, how? You know what I
It's
mean?
like the same thing with Larry Mitchell, his first record. He doesn't own it.
That's crazy.
We don't own our first record either. We own the music, like the song, like the, you know, publishing. Yes. Like we own the song, but not the masters. Like, yeah, Larry Mitchell, he can't, even though he has the original like CD, but he can't
reprint it. He's not allowed to reprint it.
Nope.
He can't remix it.
Nope.
He can make a new record with those songs on it and put it out.
Yep. And a lot of bands end up doing that. Like I know Def Leppard, when they had that big thing with their label, they couldn't work out a deal. Now, obviously, it's figured out. But before they were up on all the streaming platforms and iTunes and stuff, they couldn't work out a deal with the record label. Was it Polygram? Were they
Polygram? Yeah.
They couldn't work out a deal for, I guess, royalties and stuff like that. So they're like, all right, screw it. We'll just re-record the songs, you know. And
Tom Petty go to court for something like that with his record label.
Yeah, for that record, for the Damn It Torpedoes record, yes.
Wow.
Actually, no, that's a lie. I think it was their first record. They were in court for their first record, and once they got the okay to, I remember it. The record company they were with had a subsidiary that they were allowed to do all that with, so they went with the subsidiary of that same record company.
Yeah.
But it was their own. It was they were able to own that. Yeah. Watch the video.
Well, I know I was a lot of here's the problem with a lot of you know, like back in the day when bands got signed, a lot of bands, like that was the be all end all. Like we want to get signed, we're going to get signed, you know. Let's and they didn't really care how the record contract was worded or how it was done. Like they just, hey, we're getting signed. Who gives a shit? Yeah. And a lot of bands got screwed. And I forget who I was listening to or talking to about it. And they said that some bands put in the contract that after 10 years of the album being released, if it's not selling X amount of copies a year, that after that 10-year period, the band owns the masters. And I was like, shit, I wish we would have done that, you know? But there's things you can do, but I think that's a lot of the issue is that, especially the younger bands, that just, that's the bottom line, is getting signed. And a lot of them just basically sell their souls, you know, and they don't make a dime, you know. Well, Van Halen, remember the interview with those guys talking about they get off their headlining Van Halen 1 tour. Oh, yeah. They get home and they owe $1 million.
You owe us $1 million now.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of that was because they were wrecking the hotel rooms. They were wrecking the hotel rooms. Yeah. So they had to pay that back because the record company was fronting the money to pay back all the damage.
Yeah.
So they ended up having to owe the record company that money.
Mm-hmm. And then didn't they also tell them, like, you owe us an album in like a month or something, or 2 weeks, whatever?
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
It's kind of funny on that video. Eddie talks about how they got kicked out of Aberdeen, which is in Scotland, or something. They got walked to like the
border.
The border, yeah. Because someone stole a pillow or something like that, but they trashed like a whole hotel. But the reason why they got walked out to the border was because someone stole a pillow.
How far is that away from you?
Oh man, that's probably like a good 2 or 3 hours on a train or something like that.
Wow.
I think. I don't think I've ever been to Aberdeen, man.
Guitar meets science. Hey, man.
Hey, Guitar Meets Science. Welcome, man. I was watching you the other day, man.
Through his window?
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah. Pressing sausage against the foggy window, writing your name.
Me? With it?
Oh shit, man. So Cameron, I know this is going to be a part of your, like, this song is the first single you're releasing from your upcoming EP.
Yeah.
Do you have any other songs? No, I'm joking. What's the time frame looking? What are you thinking?
Well, I'm kind of hoping to have it out within the sort of next like couple of months, man. Just see how it goes. I'm like not sweating about it.
No, don't force anything and don't rush anything.
And right now is the time to do all that stuff.
Exactly, man.
Right now is exactly the time. If you got music you want to make, if you want to write whatever it is,
Yeah.
right now is the perfect time to be doing that stuff.
Although to be honest, man, it's like I didn't really expect the reception of the song to be as good as it has been today, and I don't even know how many messages now from people being like, okay, I want the rest of your album now, like when's it coming out? And I'm like, well, not quite sure. So
People love you though. Everyone loves you.
Oh, well, thanks very much, man.
Steve Carmichael.
Kenny Dave says he's locked in his recording studio. That's not a bad place to be locked in, man.
I'm gonna say, you need a key?
Yeah.
Yeah, what key? What key are you in?
Steve Carmichael, he said, great song, Cameron.
Thanks very much.
Let's see. There was a couple other comments. I don't know if I missed anything. Hugh Caldwell says the classic albums Electric Ladyland was great. Let's see.
What did I have? I had the one for the Who. There's a Who one, and then I had maybe a Bob Marley one. Talking about the DVDs.
Yeah, the DVDs.
The DVDs. Yeah, I had the Who. I think Bob Marley, and then Meatloaf. I had a Meatloaf.
I remember that one too.
I think you could either get them as a set. Like it was like a DVD set from a DVD set from Costco. I either had that or you can get them individually wrapped.
Yeah, my favorite, and I obviously it everybody would expect this, but my favorite is the. Well, no, that's not. Maybe that's not true.
Milli Vanilli.
The Milli Vanilli one, man. That's all time favorite. The probably a tie is the Black Album from Metallica, that one, and then the Def Leppard Hysteria one. Because the Hysteria one really interested me because of the whole production thing and them talking about like recording with Mutt Lange and all the stuff he was doing, like that stuff.
Mutt.
If you want a behind the scenes production one, which I don't know how much they would actually show on there, but the Def Leppard one is the one you want to be looking at.
Man, it's funny. There was I mean, I've been watching your show since I was like 16 or 17, and I used to listen to Def Leppard a lot. And when I was going to college once, I can't remember what song it is now, man. I've not listened to them in a while, but I swear when I used to hear it, I was like, he's saying Johnny Beane, like every single time.
Yeah, that's
Johnny B. Yeah, Johnny B.
That's Rocket.
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 I was saying Johnny Beane, and I was like, man, I watched that guy's YouTube page. Like,
he knew about the show in 1987. Holy shit! Oh, that's
yeah. I know. If you next time you listen to it, it does sound like Johnny Beane. It actually does.
Well, thanks for ruining the song for me, now, boys.
It just got better, right, Frank Corcoran?
I got a text message from downstairs that says, so now that Cameron has experienced you as an engineer, is he ready to go with somebody else?
Your wife sounds like she's from New York.
Dude, I'm lucky that I'm that I'm married to a girl that I can like bust her boobs and she could bust my balls. It's fun like that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cameron, you ready to go with somebody else, huh?
As long as you keep turning out the clean parts, man, and writing sick drum tracks, you're
yeah.
Oh man.
Turn his shit up when he wants it turned up. God damn it.
That's right. And don't not none of this 1-2 dB shit. Let's pump it, man.
Yeah, man, just make it like louder than anything else on the track.
Maybe that's what I'll start doing to bands. They're like, hey, can you turn that solo up a little bit? Wow, this full blast into the red. Is that loud enough for you?
Mm-hmm. And you know the trick to that? Well, I'm sure you know. If he wants his guitar louder, you turn everything else down.
Yep.
That way you still have headroom with his solo, because he'll want it louder, and you can just bump his up even more.
Yep. Yeah, that's why it is beneficial to mix at a lower volume. You know.
Straight after that, you'll get a text from me saying, "Turn the whole thing up, damn it."
Yeah. Well,
yeah, he wants it sounding more like carnal knowledge and not like, oh, you wait 1 2.
Man, what did I say to you when we were tracking this stuff? That's exactly what I said. I was like, I want it to sound like pound cake, man. That was it, like those drums.
Yeah. Well, I tell you that record is almost in the red. It was mixed so hot that there are some parts, if you listen to it,
the cover is red.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said to Jay.
It's almost distorted. That's how hot it's mixed.
Yeah.
Bry the Stein guy says, Jay, you ever watched that Muscle Shoals documentary? Dr. Scholes?
No.
I saw that.
Me too.
What is it?
Muscle Shoals.
I saw that one. Yeah, there's a lot of great documentaries out there these days.
Is it on Netflix? What is that? What is Muscle Shoals? And pardon me if I completely.
It's a style. First of all, it's a style of music. It's very swampy. It's very like southern rock, kind of. Leonard Skinner, Sweet Home Alabama has a line in Muscle Shoals has this, and Muscle Shoals has the Swampers.
That's a line in one of their tunes.
That's a line in one of their tunes, but the Swampers were a Muscle Shoals style band.
Huh.
Yeah, John Biel is very right, very correct. It's like a studio in Mississippi, and it's a style of music as well.
Oh, if it's about a studio, I'll definitely check that out. He says it's on YouTube. Halfay says, yeah, it's a recording studio. Kenny Dave has a question. I love this type of shit. Hey Jay, did you and Cameron? What do you ask now? Did you and Cameron do what? I'll stop trying to make jokes. I'm not funny right now. He says, hey Jay, did you and Cameron double or triple track the rhythm tracks? But layer tracks are great too. There you go.
Sorry.
Double tracked, I think.
Yeah, just double tracked. And then there's two microphones. You got the 57 and the 421, both left and right. So there's two guitar tracks, but the same performance on right and left. And they're blended, like one's at -8, one's at -12. The 57 is louder than the 421. And then what I also did is I got the DI track from the engineer that Cameron went to. And I reamped a little bit as well, and just barely, I'm talking barely. Like if you saw, the volumes and stuff of the DIs, they're barely in there, but it just added something to it. And the funny thing is I sent Cameron, like an MP3 of each one, like a guitar, like, hey, what do you think of this one? Or what do you think of that one? And I didn't tell him which was which. And he preferred the one with the DI tracks slightly blended in. It just added something else to it. So there are no rules to making records, man. Do whatever it takes to make it sound good. And somebody says, yeah, you shouldn't have done that, or you shouldn't have put this on there. Like, dude, if it sounds good, it is good, man.
Just do the old Malmsteen logic. More is always more.
More is more. Dude, I love his response when he's like, less is less. Like, that is what?
Yeah, he's like, how is that
less
even
more?
possible?
Yeah.
He's like, that's not possible. More is always more.
Yep.
Hey, Cameron, do you have your Les Paul Custom anywhere near you?
That's my uncle's guitar, man, and that's back at his house now. I do have a Les Paul underneath me right now, and I've got a gold top over there, but my Uncle John's guitar is safely back with him.
That was a 68, an original 68?
78, man.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. It's I mean, it's slightly changed. He changed the pick guard from a black one to like a white one, and he also changed one of the pickup. What do you call it? Like the pickup ring.
The ring.
Yeah, he changed one of those to like a cream one as well. But I think that's because he broke the old one. I need to ask him. But yeah, that's a beautiful guitar, man. It's definitely my favorite Les Paul I've ever played.
Hey, look who it is.
Hey, man.
Hey, can't hear you.
Good start.
Kenny Dave says, sometimes I like a single rhythm track like EVH on that first album. You can hear every note. Yeah, a lot, especially the older rock and stuff. It just sounds more raw that way, for certain things. We can't hear you, Jason.
I know you
Can't hear
can't because I was being a jackass. Congratulations on the release of your song, Cameron. This is fantastic.
Thanks very much, man. It's a strange but good feeling to have music out finally. I've been putting it off for a very long time, so finally done it.
Good on you. Well, it's definitely look. I think it's just it happens when it happens. It's not like you can force these things. And look at what you created. I mean, that tuning as well is just serendipitous.
Well, thanks very much, man.
It's true. Good on you. How's everyone doing? I haven't seen you guys for a while.
Great.
I'm doing all right.
How's Nez?
I'm doing all right.
How's Nez says doing?
It's doing really good. I'm having a great time. We're getting great guests, and Ty is great. My co-host, he's fantastic. He came up with a new beginning and an end to the show, which is really cool.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
He's a graphics guy, is he?
He is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good skill to have.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
What's going on with
Thank you
Mr.
for
Hannon?
asking.
That's all right. It's hard work.
Not much, man. Just living the dream of not a lot of sleep with a newborn. And
I was going to ask how Zach's doing.
well, I mean, I'm not going to complain that much because my wife has been an absolute champion.
Mine too. I know the feeling.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
she's a champion because she knows you won't.
Oh. Where's the zing button? We need one of those. Zing.
I just had a discussion with my wife this morning about the fact that I've been so busy with all the things I'm working on at the moment. I've really laxed around the house and haven't been helping out enough. And it's like that. Without our women, we would just be screwed.
Oh, yeah. God, yeah. And if it wasn't for us, if it wasn't for them not being able to complain about us, they'd be miserable. You know what I mean?
So true.
Yeah.
It's
But Steve
Bang
Perry
on.
said it best. Loving a music man ain't always what it's supposed to be. Musicians' brains are wired.
what is it supposed to be, Jay?
That's
Well,
my
just
favorite.
it's not normal. You got to understand, if you're going to marry a man that's into music or a musician, it's their brains work. Our brains, I should say, us. They work a different way, and when you find a woman that understands that and is understanding of that, it works really well. Because my mind's always thinking of this type of stuff,
Yours and mine both. Do you guys realize that Johnny's just done something he never does? He forgot to stop his camera and he just walked away like that. Johnny, you just created history. Is that the first time you've ever walked away without actually stopping your camera first? I've never seen you normally do that.
I've seen him do it.
I've done that on some vlog type stuff.
No, Jason, this is the first time that Johnny got up on camera and not had his red pants on. That's history. Right there.
Yes.
Well, I outgrew those pants a long time ago. I'm
What?
trying to get back into them.
I was going to say, because I heard at the top of the show you've lost 5 pounds or something.
Yeah.
Good on you. How are you doing? What's your secret? I caught the beginning and I had a lot of stuff going on here, and that's why I'm running so late. What's your secret?
Here's the recap of the show, everybody.
Cocaine?
Just don't leave the house. Don't go food shopping.
Yeah, don't go fast food.
No fast food.
Wow. I can still bake fast food, so I'm screwed. I'm just
He
getting
eats
fatter.
grass
and fatter.
outside, right outside his door.
He's just into the chicken coop. He just eats with the chickens.
I'm just imagining Johnny on all fours and Dave standing behind him, milking him like a cow.
Oh my god!
Yeah, not happening.
So, how's the single going, Cameron? Let's get back into something that's a little bit less insane.
It's going fantastic, man. I'm quite surprised at the response. A lot of people have really, sent me a lot of cool messages, and a lot of people have shared stuff on Instagram. I just got a message of Ben Eller saying that he digs it, so that's pretty cool.
We got to get Ben Eller on here, man.
Who's Ben Eller? I'm sorry, I'm blanking.
He's a super cool dude. He does like Uncle Ben guitar lessons on YouTube and stuff.
Okay, cool.
He plays bass for Andy Wood.
Oh, wow.
So, but Andy Wood's checking out the song as well, man. He's another really cool guy.
Yes, he is.
Fantastic guitar player.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if any of you guys know this, but it's because of both those guys that my relationship with Sir started. They both put in a really good word for me, and a lot of cool Sir guitars turned up at my house.
Hey, what are these?
And more yet to come, I guess.
Yep. Well,
Good
I
on
was
you.
supposed to have one coming very soon, but I don't know what's going to be the deal with that, with coronavirus stopping the world from happening.
Can you tell us what it's going to be? What guitar it is?
It's a classic S-style guitar in a very flamboyant color.
Pink?
I got to grab something. I'll be back in 1 sec.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But I've asked them to like relic it kind of, so that it's not like I don't know how to explain it, so that it doesn't look,
So is it going to be hot pink or like shell pink, like a Fender pink?
shell pink, man, not hot pink. Yeah.
Nice.
I love how Cameron says it's going to be a surprise, and then Dave just gets it out of him anyway.
Well, come on, flamboyant. Pink is the first color you think of.
Do you want me to show you a really cool pink guitar? Hang on.
Yes.
Yeah,
Please do.
You know what picture he's not going to show you? The one that I got.
Well,
You mean Cameron with his pants down at his ankles? You two and your bromance. I don't know.
Ooh. Hey, real quick. Oh, never mind. Yeah, go ahead and show that.
There's a beautiful. Oh, it's not even going to come through. Right, is
Yeah, of course it is, because you got screen glare, mate. You got to re-angle your phone. Like, angle it back a bit. No, not pull it back. Angle. Like, tilt. There you go. That's better.
Yeah.
is that the one you're getting?
No, that's just one that they posted a picture of, and I was.
Oh, you did say it's a classic. You're right. Pick guard.
We have a recording question from Kenny Dave. He says, thanks, Jay. How loud did Cameron record his guitar tracks? I'm doing moderate volume recordings. Yeah, and if you're recording digital, it makes no sense to record hot. If you're recording analog, like
Go
old
to town.
then you want to run as hot as you can without clipping. But digital is adding no like harmonic distortion. It's not adding any color. It's you're better off. If you're ever in doubt, turn it down in digital.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you can boost all you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason, how's your new show going? I saw the one with Vernon.
Oh, thank you. I actually was trying not to go on about it because I didn't want to take away from Cameron's day today. So I actually wasn't even.
Well, I
gonna
mean, you
mention
asked us all about our stuff. Why can't we ask you about yours?
I don't mind you doing it. I appreciate it. I just wasn't going to go on about it because I'm trying to make it.
Just say it's great. That's it.
I'm grateful. Thank you. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you, and I want Johnny to catch this because this is really important. What I want to say now that you've brought it up, Johnny, are you listening?
Mm-hmm.
Johnny, are you listening?
All of you who watch Johnny's show owe him a much larger debt of gratitude than you realize, and Dave can attest to this. It is so much work getting ready for these live streams. What you don't realize is making the thumbnail. I mean, I'm spending like an hour and a half per thumbnail just making them, because if you don't make them stand out on YouTube, you'll go nowhere. Like, I mean, this is the one I made for the Michael Sweet show that's coming up in like 36 odd hours or something. I got like a picture of Michael as a younger Michael, shadowed out. You can notice in the yellow part, sort of in around his abdomen and stuff, that it's ghosted out. So it's kind of like a fade out of Michael to a picture of Michael today, and then getting the backgrounds and recoloring everything. Like because I can do editing and stuff, I colored the shit out of this thing and doing the titles and just everything. And then I did a similar thing with the Vernon one as well. Like, I was actually the Vernon show that I got the idea for. I just found a picture of him, an old school one, and put that with a similar holding pose with a current photo.
That's
and
cool.
it's but to do that, you've got to like cut around the outside of everybody, and it's just so much work, and that as well as time on the phone calling people. Like I can tell you can take me off the solo now, Johnny. It's all good. I can tell you that I've got coming up in the next week or so. Wow, I look so different now, don't I? Still bold, but different.
Yeah.
Somebody get me a coffee. Anyway, and coffee. Yeah, I got a few friends from New York. Hey, fuckface, give me a coffee.
What the hell is going on?
He put Dave on, so why not? Like last night, I was on the phone for 48 minutes having a chat with RJ Hale, the drummer from Hailstorm, and he's going to come and do a show with me, and hopefully, and this is an exclusive, folks, I'm announcing it on the Johnny Beane show, and I'll make sure I do it on a night that's not Johnny's show if I can help it. Hopefully, we're going to have RJ and Lizzie Hale together on the show.
Ooh.
They'll be in their own houses with their own webcams because everyone's on lockdown.
Hell yeah.
RJ and I are trying to make that happen. And he said, look, she's my sister. She would want to do it. We just got to put it through our manager and make sure it's all done right. So my point of all of this is I've been having very minimal sleep, getting ready, getting all the audio gear doing. I mean, you can see I've totally rearranged my room and got my keyboard out and put up my backdrop and done all this stuff. Mm-hmm. We all owe Johnny so much gratitude because it's hard work doing this, and he got us into this. And if it wasn't for Johnny's inspiration, Dave wouldn't be doing his show. I wouldn't be doing this. And I'm only doing mine temporarily during lockdown because I've got no other work. And
you're absolutely right. And I thank Johnny. Every one of my shows, there's a thank you to Johnny on there.
Yeah, and I wish I had remembered.
I wouldn't know how to even do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't want to get too crazy here, but I mean, if it wasn't for Johnny and Dave and those guys letting me into their, what they do, Larry Mitchell, I wouldn't have met him. He's a huge influence and guitar idol of mine. And, obviously I wouldn't have mixed Cameron Brown's solo single. And there's so many cool people that I've met that I'm actually friends with now because of this show. So,
I agree.
I want to thank you guys for that. God, you guys are so special to me.
I still check out being on this show, man, after watching Johnny's videos for years.
I mean, to get guests like Cameron Brown, it's awesome. It's really awesome. An amazing player, and just an all around great guy. He's going to be very big one day.
Well,
I don't mean fat. I mean he's just going to be big.
Well, think of this right now, too, guys. we got California, New York, South Carolina. We got
Scotland.
We got Japan, and we got Scotland.
This is just too
beautiful. And that's just on the screen. Yeah. Imagine in the chat how many.
Where Aussie in Japan.
Let us know in the chat. Where are you guys watching from right now?
Oh, Mike, your friend Cameron says you're a bit of a dick. I'll take his word for it because
welcome back to reality, folks.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Can always
welcome back to reality.
Keep you grounded, man.
Yes, that's right. If you ever like in question that your ego's getting a little big, ask your friends. They'll tell you.
Yeah. Hells yeah.
Yep.
That's for damn sure.
Because this is a gear show as well. Can I show off my new bit of gear that I got?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that your address?
Exciting. Yeah, no, it doesn't have my address on this, just the packing slip. This is actually video gear, but I'm so excited. I think I got the last one in pretty much the world. This is made by Black Magic Design. This is called the A10 Mini, and this is a video switcher. And what is so cool about this is I can put in 4 video signals and 6 audio signals, and I could say have one camera above my keyboard and then chuck another one on my headstock and use my Canon DSLR instead of the webcam, but like use that and like feed another laptop in and do all this shit. And like you got pictures on the side here how you could do like that, and you see how it's a halfway thing there. So he's actually using a green screen to put that thing in the background. You can do all this stuff with this little device, and you can also stream from remote locations with this thing too. So you can get out into wherever you go. Let's say you're at a skateboard park. That was the first thing that came to mind. And you got a couple of cameras out and you're trying to do a live stream like a TV broadcast. You can do it all live with one of these things. And I'm so stoked to get this. So new gear. it's supporting what we all do. It might not be guitar, but it's still everyone's doing streaming. Like that's all we've got right now. So
It's amazing.
yeah, it's pretty fun. And I have to say, it's kind of funny. Like, have you seen some of the streams that people are doing at the moment? Like the famous people.
Yeah, they're very low. Like they're that's like there's nothing professional about them. They're just
Nailed it. Seriously nailed it. So like I was watching the Keith Urban one the other day, and he's got Nicole Kidman, which is obviously his wife, dancing around the house and stuff. He's got this gorgeous studio behind him, like anybody who's a musician. Look at this. It's only you and me talking, Dave.
low budget. Low budget is the way.
Like he's got this insane studio, and he's just doing it on his iPhone with the audio coming out of his iPhone. But he's talking into an SM58.
And he had 8.5 thousand people watching him.
And yet he just did it through the audio on his iPhone. Yeah, here we are. We've all got sound cards. I mean, this is ridiculous, right? I'm going from everything, my keyboard, my guitar, my mic and everything into this one here. And then I'm going out of there to be able to run a stereo mix into here. And then that's going USB into this laptop here, which is then hooked up to this monitor here. I love it when it does this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I'm just doing this like massive production in here. And Keith's just doing it on an iPhone. Keith, step up your game, buddy.
Because he's Keith Urban, man. It doesn't matter.
I know, but it should matter. Hey, I think Keith is brilliant. Don't get me wrong. I think like as a musician, that dude is freaking phenomenal. He's such a great guitar player, an amazing singer, and whether you love his music or not, he's a great songwriter. He's very good at writing hooks and doing his choruses and his arrangements. He's brilliant. But you would think with all that, he could at least put a little bit of work in the production. All he's got to do is have the nous to go, I have this device here which I could use as a sound card. I've got everything in my mixer. I just take a stereo out, put it into the sound card, USB into the computer or whatever he's using, and done. That's all he's got to do.
Yeah, but it's more human just to do it from your iPhone. That's really what makes it, I think.
So why is it that those of us who are struggling to get 100 views are busting our asses then?
I don't know. It's crazy because you get all these cool guests on, and you try to just like you said, you try to make it as professional as you possibly can, and exactly right. You're struggling to get 100 views.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
To get people to sub to your channel is like almost it's next to impossible.
I think
it is
works
a bit of a challenge.
And not to care as much. Like I'm not kidding you. 99% of the videos on my Instagram that are the best ones for views, like the ones that I've got over 100,000 views, or half-ass videos. Like that day, I couldn't be bothered doing anything, so I just chucked a video together, and it done better than a video I've spent like an hour doing. So I don't know why it is. It just works like that.
Yeah.
100,000 views. I don't even think I have 100,000 views of all my videos.
My most viewed video was the Beat It cover that I done. That's got like 300 and something thousand. But that video's been shared again quite a lot recently, which is cool.
I don't think I have 100 views total.
Well, you got to start doing this to get views, Jay.
I know.
Those are kind of half-ass videos, and they're the ones that always do the best. I don't know why that is. It's kind of strange.
I find it weird because, like, I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, and I do big productions with bigger names. Like my Steve Vai videos got 670,000 odd views, and my Alex Lifeson videos got 610,000 or something. Yet I could only get, I think, not even 100 people watching the Vernon Reid show live.
Oh, that's the same as Instagram, man. You know, I've got
so frustrating.
I've got like 56,000 followers, but you're lucky if you get 70 people watching a live stream.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. I think the most people I had watching at one time last night was like 37 people. 37 people. I'm like, Jesus, 37 people.
For Instagram, it's all.
I've been doing this for 5 years. I should be able to get more than 37 people to watch it at one time. And Johnny and Jay were two of them.
Yeah.
How many of you got on watching at the moment, Johnny? You can see it. We can't.
I can.
We got about 60.
Yeah. See, hey, not to be on great,
but that's 2 hours into a video.
True. And not to be
Yeah.
ungrateful for what we've got. It's just like the people who come and watch your show regularly and all that stuff, they are phenomenal. And it's so amazing and beautiful that they do that.
Absolutely.
But it's just like, where's everyone else?
Well, I'll tell you,
They're busy.
I'll tell you. Well, I'll tell you what it is. So many people are doing live videos now that people that watch our video have a choice to see who they want to watch these days.
True.
And they're watching at all times a day. So you know, they're getting entertained a lot more than they were when they were just watching this show. So, you know, they may want to miss this show because they've already watched 3 live streams today.
I'm just going to mute my mic for a second because I got to talk to Yoya. Give me 1 sec.
Okay.
I got to scream and yell for a minute. You guys, what are you doing down there? I told you not to do that, for Christ's sake. Jesus, if I have to come out there, you're in deep doo-doo.
Did I break something?
No, Johnny did.
I want to address a question. I've got a question in the chat here from Papa Blue. Papa Blue says, Jason, aren't you worried about your guitars getting direct sunlight? Did I interrupt something?
No.
You mean the show?
If you watch that part back. Oh wow, Johnny Beane.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh wow, he's in the penalty box.
Oh,
Wait, did he leave or did you put him into the?
he left. I didn't.
Oh
do it.
wow.
I didn't do anything.
Riley Morgan says, "I'll choose this show over anything else." Wow, man.
Oh, thank you, Riley.
That's cool.
And no, it's not just you know, people have a choice. The people that have a choice are also doing videos. Everybody's doing videos now because everybody's stuck on the couch.
If I had feelings, that would have hurt.
Johnny didn't let you go. He said you left.
Yeah, I did. I took my Tonka truck and went home.
Did you really do that on purpose?
No, just because of being silly. That's all.
Oh.
Gee,
Okay.
you should know me by now. Like, as if I would take that offensive. Like, there's not really much that offends me.
You're Australian, man. You're the same as Scottish people. We just don't have feelings.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I care about people, but like, if people want to, like, I don't care. It was just silly. It was fun. I thought Johnny was. I was hoping that you guys would just piss yourselves laughing and go, "Oh, that's so funny," but maybe the humor didn't work. I don't know.
Well,
I was trying to be comedic.
Here's the humor right now. Fuck off.
That's all right.
Well,
It's like
before we go, let's.
Oh, we're
try to
going?
get-
We're leaving?
well, I gotta split soon.
So you can leave. That doesn't mean we have to.
All right, before I go, I think Cameron sent Johnny the artwork for the single / EP. Cameron, are you cool with maybe talking about it for a minute and what went into that?
Yeah, no problem, man.
Okay.
So the artwork's done by, forgive me for this guy, I can't really pronounce his second name right. I don't think it's either
Spell it.
Alex. It's Alex Priley or Pryle. It's one or the other. I'm not quite
if
sure.
you write it in the chat, Johnny can put it on the screen.
No problem. Wait, I don't even know how to write in the chat. I'll just send it to John.
Oh, that's nice. Wow.
Well, do you have the one with the actual writing over top of it or no?
Yeah, that one should have the writing on it. I don't know why it's not coming up.
Oh, there it is.
There we go. So he's the same guy that does the artwork for a guitar player called Pliny. He's also done artwork for, I'm pretty sure it's like Intervals and other bands like that. So I messaged him on Instagram and he was totally down for doing it. So it's a little tribute. Some of you guys know that I lost my grandfather last month on the 14th, and him and I used to go like quite a lot of walks, and we'd always sit by the sea. So the two figures there on the artwork is a tribute to him. It's supposed to be him and myself kind of sitting next to each other, sort of thing, like what we used to do. So
That's kind of cool.
that's pretty much the story behind that. But yeah, I honestly couldn't be happier with how it turned out. It's really cool, really chilled out looking.
Yeah.
I love the colors.
Yeah. The crazy thing is as well, he paints it all. You know, that's not done on a computer, which is mad.
Oh wow. So in that case, like, what if you were to say to him? Because I know you had something changed from the original thing. You like was he like, ah, shit?
No, he was honestly all good with it, man. I mean, I think he'd maybe be a bit pissed if I was like, yeah, I don't like it, man. Let's do another one. But like, It's just sort of one small tiny thing I wanted changed. He was totally all good with it.
I just wonder what goes into that if an artist has to, if everything is by hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one tiny thing that he didn't like. Yeah, can you make it nighttime instead of daytime?
Yeah.
No, it was a tree that I wasn't a fan of. But he changed it up and it looks perfect to me now. I think it was just a little bit too big before. So yeah.
That's not what she said.
Wow.
Actually, you haven't seen what Cameron's got. You never know. She might well have said that.
I don't really care what Cameron's got. He can have fleas for all I care.
Fleas. Well, he is Scottish. It's possible.
Wow.
I know I'm Scottish, but we're not that bad. Come on.
Okay.
I mean, you do have long hair, Cameron.
Yep.
No, but you see, what you guys don't realize as far as culturally goes, the English do to the Scottish what the Australians do to the Kiwis or New Zealanders, which is we give them hell about being sheep shaggers. So that's where the fleas joke would come from.
Well, we actually do it the other way around, man.
The sheep shag you.
Yeah, exactly. You walk right into that, Cameron.
Oh god damn it! It's two, man. Give me some credit. It's 2:25 in the morning. Like,
Oh, we love you, Cameron. If we can't make fun of you, who can we make fun of?
oh man, you can make fun of me all day. Like I said, I'm Scottish.
Nah, 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 nah.
Don't have
Yeah.
to.
No, it's true, man. Because like when you first kind of like become friends with somebody or whatever, you start
You're on your
BSing.
best behavior.
You kind of like the sarcasm doesn't really happen yet.
No, because you don't know how far you could take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like
but this is the thing. The way that we, like, I say we, because like us two on the bottom half here are from very different culture than you guys, because you guys are from America. The way that you guys do it versus how we do it is completely different. The gags, the way it rolls off. Like, for example, you guys make a statement on somebody and you want to really hurt them. You usually make mum jokes. And yet for us, we're just like, we think about it in a very different way. So if someone's like, your mama, blah, 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 I kind of go, that's my mum. That's the woman who gave birth to me. I don't. It just doesn't compute as to why that would be a thing. Like it's just a cultural thing. Like we actually do have a cultural difference there. And so, like when Dave just before goes "fuck off," it's like I get how that's a thing for you guys, but for us, it's like okay, if you want to offend us, like it's a totally different mindset and way of doing that. Like it's really funny because we all speak English. It's our language. Like all five of us, but these little cultural things, like Cam, you know what I'm talking about, obviously. Like, if they could hear the conversations you and I had just privately, they'd just be like, "What the hell?"
Man, like the very
Well,
first...
I didn't think saying "fuck off" would offend you anyway.
No, but like it has a different connotation. Go on, Cam.
The very first conversation that you and I ever had, as in not on like Facebook, like properly like talking to each other over the phone, it was probably like to a lot of people it would have sounded completely brutal, but to us it's just a laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
Post on my Facebook on my birthday, like you know what I mean. So, probably shouldn't say that word on a live stream.
But that's what we do, you know. Like we call each other what you guys like to call the C bomb because it's too much for most Americans to handle. Just in passing, you know. It's just
it's like a compliment to us.
Yeah. It's a term of endearment. It's not a compliment. It's a term of endearment. That's what I would call it.
That guy's a good C word over there. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that word in America, at least personally, that word is saved for the scum of the earth people. Like, oh, she's such a. Then we'll drop it.
Yeah,
that's probably the worst word you could say to a woman here.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I mean, it's not something
you could say bitch. You might get slapped if you say bitch, but if you say the C word, you're done. You're done.
Or the T word.
A friend.
The what?
Thing.
The T word. TW.
Oh yeah. That
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Yeah. But going back to mama jokes, really, if I said your mother's so fat, her belt size the equator, that's. I don't even think that's funny.
No, you know what a good one is? Your mom is so fat she eats wheat thicks.
Your mama's so fat. That's it.
Your mom is so short she plays handball off the curb. Remember that one? No. You got Cameron and Jason both. When I said wheat thicks, they're like, there's a snack, a cracker called Wheat Thins in America. I don't know if you guys have them over there.
Nope.
That's why wheat.
It's an Nabisco treat. It's
They're delicious.
Yeah, they are pretty damn good. I want some wheat thicks.
It's like I had a dude once try and insult me by telling me that I should get Rogaine, and the funniest thing was I didn't even know what it was until somebody told me afterwards. I'd never heard of it. Yeah, and then when I found out what it was, I was like, okay, so I don't have hair. Like, you're a cunt, so it doesn't matter. And he got so pissed off just with me saying that, and I was like, whatever.
Yeah, there's so many times we do these live streams, and someone in the chat, not anyone here because we know everyone, but someone that doesn't know me, who's the fat bald guy? Oh, really? Yeah, what? That's a stretch.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's the fat bald guy? Where?
It's weird. So yeah, so like seriously, there is a cultural thing because like when Cam and I talk or text each other or whatever, it's just like for us, it's just being silly. But for you guys, like if we seriously opened up our text chats and you'd just be like, you would seriously be sitting beside yourselves, like trying to think. But for us, it's just like normal.
Well, Cameron, a few weeks ago, you talked to me how you would talk to one of your friends at home, and it was like. Literally, you talked for like 5 seconds, and I was like, I don't know anything you just said. Literally nothing.
Go on, Cameron. Hit him up with it.
My friend Mike, who's in the chat, literally just sent me a message on Facebook saying it's so funny watching you tone down your accent.
Oh, this is toned down?
So now you're a sellout.
I'm not going to speak normal because that's putting me on the spot, and I'll end up swearing and saying really abusive things by accident. But
well, you can.
just
that's just part of being Scottish, man. We can't say a sentence without offending someone. So, like...
Cam, in your own true vernacular, tell them the story about that guy at that nightclub that you ended up having a deck. In your own true voice and your own true vernacular. Just tell the story quickly so they can catch it.
I don't know about telling that story online, man. I'll maybe save that for afterwards.
It's just I want to let him hear you being a true Scotsman. Because Mike thinks you're a fraud.
Bri the sign guy says, your mom is so fat, her blood type is ragu.
Nice.
What
with
is
extra
ragu?
meatballs.
What's
That's
ragu?
Like a sauce, yeah.
It's terrible.
See, here you go. Now, here's an Australian joke for you. How do you know a Tasmanian girl's on her rags? Her brother's wearing the Dolmio grin.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Exactly. You see, and that's it's just one of the things. Like, hey, so her rags is an Australian way of saying on her monthly visit from her friend.
Yeah, I get that.
The Dolmio is a pasta sauce.
Okay, see, I don't know that.
See, but that's just the thing. You guys don't get that. It's cultural. That's what I'm getting at. Like, it's all cultural. That's all.
And I know that other cultures and stuff don't like American sarcasm is one of those things that kind of like does it not understood or just kind of.
But that's just it. It's colloquial, you know. That's the way.
And I'll go one further. American sarcasm, New York sarcasm, or north of the Mason-Dixon line sarcasm. The people from the South, they don't get it. They just think that you're rude,
being an ass.
They don't think you're being funny at all. They just take it like
right to heart.
New Yorkers are all assholes and rude, and I'm like, I love you. You know, I'm telling you that I love you because I'm making fun of you.
I run into that around here sometimes. You know, like I have to watch who even if I'm outside bullshitting with somebody or out somewhere, I'll have to watch my sarcasm. So I can be pretty sarcastic sometimes, and sometimes it's like Jeannie will look at me. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know. I thought it was funny." You know, you look around and like no one's laughing. You're like, "Oh shit."
So, guys, Yoya made up a joke, and it's his own joke, and he just came up with it out of the blue one day and told it to me, and he wants to tell you guys his joke right now. But remember, when you tell the joke, ask the question, let them think about it, and then tell them the answer after they want to know. Okay, here we go.
What's metal plus metal?
Metal plus metal. What is it?
Heavy metal.
Heavy metal. That I was going to guess that.
Rocks.
Yeah,
That's my boy. He made that up all on his own.
Metal. I'm going to use that one. Can I borrow that joke?
So Kenny Dave says, how does Sasquatch wipe his rear end? Rabbits. So that's funny, but the way that joke actually goes is there's a bear and a rabbit in the woods.
I know this one.
And the bear turns to the rabbit and says, "Excuse me, rabbit, hold your son's ears.
That's right. He's my kid. He's heard it all.
Excuse me, Rabbit, but do you have a problem with shit sticking to your fur? And the rabbit looks up to the bear and says, no. So the bear wiped his ass with the rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
You like that one, do you?
Use that at school.
Is that my kid or is that my kid?
Absolutely. So listen, I gotta go, but I just want to have a plug for my show real quick. This coming Thursday on Nez Says, we have Sammy Bowler.
Oh, he's a champion.
Sammy Bowler's coming on the show on Thursday night, and the week after that, I believe it's not in stone yet, but I will tell you guys that I think it's going to be Russell Javers from Billy Joel's band, the original guitar player.
Wow. Nice.
I talked to him today. He's calling me tomorrow. We're probably going to set that up for following Thursday. So yeah, those are the next 2 weeks. Sammy Bowler definitely next Thursday, and probably Russell Javers on the following.
Awesome.
Nice.
And check it out. It's 8 p.m. on my YouTube channel, David Nesdall. And please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because we're doing a giveaway. Actually, I'll tell you what we're giving away if you guys
that's
don't mind.
Kamikaze right behind it. That's what's
No, we're not giving that away. That's getting sold.
sold as a giveaway. Cool.
So yeah, so we have a bunch of VIP Eat 'em and Smile David Lee Roth passes that were never used that we're going to be giving away.
Wow.
We've got a TC Electronics delay pedal, which I have right here. And we have a TC Electronics Ditto Looper signed by Larry Mitchell. And we have a Skype lesson with Andy Alador. And we're also giving away a guitar. Not sure what the guitar is just yet, but we're going to do a guitar giveaway. So
That Kamikaze right back there.
no. Not the Kamikaze.
Sorry.
You give away all your guitars.
Krellbar just made an awesome joke in the chat.
I'm going
My
to give away all
girlfriend-
your guitars, Johnny.
Fine with me.
Krellbar's joke is, my girlfriend said I was immature, so I kicked her out of my couch fort. I love that.
Well, before we go, Cameron, plug all your social media and wherever they can purchase or download your new single that just came out today.
Go plug yourself, Cameron.
Plug yourself. Plug yourself.
Well, yeah, man, you can basically buy the single or stream it anywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, Deezer, even though I never heard of that, iHeartRadio. Follow me on Instagram, which is CamiB1. But it's 2 E's after the B, and also check out my YouTube page, and that's about it. That's about as much as I've got for you guys. After this show, I'm going to go and pass out.
Well, you're
what
probably
time
going to play
is it
some
now?
Minecraft first, aren't you?
Yep. Sweet dreams, Cameron.
Sorry, what did you say, man? I never heard you there.
Sweet
What time is
dreams.
it?
Oh, thanks very much, man.
Sweet dreams, Cameron.
Hang on. Let me finish it off.
Oh, okay, that's my cue to leave.
Right on
guys.
the cheek. Right on the cheek.
Right on the
I
head
should
of
do
you.
it. Oh wait, you're in the UK, so I should do both cheeks, right?
No, he's in Scotland. If you even did one cheek, you'd get decked.
I was about to say, if you walk up to a Scottish guy and kiss him on the cheek, you'll get headbutted, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh well, all right. That just shows me how stupid I am.
It's not that you're stupid. It's just you don't know how things work in certain parts of the world. Like you know what it is? We see so much American TV and movies, so we kind of have a pretty good grasp on how things work. But you guys don't tend to watch a lot of non-American stuff, and so that's why Americans don't know a lot of other things. It's not that Americans are stupid; they just don't
I
tend
do.
I know. Well, I'm stupid.
There you go.
I'm going to
I
say
do.
when I watch Japanese TV, the mouth doesn't match the voice.
No,
Come on.
now you're stupid. That was.
Yeah. I know. I'm just being.
Do we have a?
Isn't it? Don't we have one?
There we go. Thank you. No, it wasn't funny. It was just anyway.
I know. It's stupid.
Well, Cameron was plugging himself. Johnny put links to Cameron's. What's this fan link one, Cameron? Does that go to everything that you have?
Yeah, I made that today. It basically goes to like all the sort of streaming things and Instagram and all of that kind of stuff.
That's what the song is.
Yeah,
That's what the song is.
just
Cool.
makes it a lot easier for because I kept getting messages from people being like, "Is it on this? Is it on that?" So I was just like, "Make this, chuck that up, and then if they click on that, they'll see. So yeah.
Well, cool. Well, everybody check out Cameron's song and be on the lookout for the rest of his EP coming out sometime this year. And if you have any questions about his song, to him, message him. Or if you have any songs about the mixing process, you can message me.
Any songs?
You'll probably questions. What I say?
Thought that too.
Don't mind me.
That's what you gotta do, man. Jay, you gotta make a song about mixing.
What?
It makes sense if you think about it.
And while we're jumping on board of big noting ourselves about Cameron's thing, if you have any questions about how to tell your mate, hey, that's cool, just record it. You don't need to ask me. Just do exactly what I did. It's real simple. All I did was just say, Cameron, that's cool. You need to record that. And Cameron goes, okay. Yeah, he claims that I somehow or another did. He forced me to have to get on the show today. Not that it's a chore, but I'll just say I was doing other stuff with the family before, and he was messaging me, come on, are you coming on? That's all I did was I just said, just record it because it's great. And he did. And he, for some reason, thinks that I needed to take credit, but I didn't. Because what I'm getting at is support your friends, encourage them to do good things, and look at the magic that happens.
But it's also cool for somebody to give somebody else credit and say, hey, if it wasn't for them kind of pushing me or a little bit of a positive reinforcement, maybe this wouldn't have happened,
Yeah. I'm a muse. I'm Cameron's muse.
I don't think your son wants to see you doing that.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
What is Daddy doing?
You should see half the stuff this kid does. You think that was weird? Like you should hang out with him for a day.
Yeah, but he's a kid.
Yeah, so am I. I might be 48 now, but I'm still a kid.
Awesome. Well, I'm just gonna say goodnight, everyone. I have to get going, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Cameron, great song.
Thanks,
Jason, I'll talk to you real soon. Excellent show. I love your show.
Thank you.
Johnny Beane, I love your show. I'm in it, but I love it.
We all love Johnny's show.
And hopefully you guys can make some of my shows. Sammy Bowler next Thursday.
Sammy Bowler's great.
Okay. Have a good night. Try to get some sleep.
I'll try, man.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
Good night, Dave. I should probably leave then.
Yeah, I should probably jump as well, man. I need to go pass out, but
yeah, I feel, dude. I'm always feeling bad for you, man.
No, it's not a problem at all, man. Always
he usually, you got to be kidding me, Johnny. This is the guy who says, I'm going to bed at midnight tonight. And then I get a message from him. It's 4 a.m. his time. Yeah, I ended up on the phone with Jay for 12 billion hours. Or I did that email and then I got on the phone with Justin from Sir. But he doesn't sleep like normal times. He's sleeping patterns are up the shite.
I don't even sleep in my bed. I sleep upside down like a bat, man.
Well, yeah. Remember last night, dude? At midnight my time, I messaged Cameron midnight on the dot because that's when the song was released. Around in here, in America, I guess, or continental America. No, right? East Coast is the first. Whatever. So I set my alarm for 11:59 and messaged thinking he'd be asleep because what time is midnight here? It's at 5 a.m. by you.
5 a.m.,
yeah. So I'm like, he'll wake up tomorrow and see this. I just wanted to let him know at midnight that I was thinking about him and his song. And dude, as I sent it, I see him responding within 3 seconds. I'm like, this dude is still up.
He does it. So don't feel bad, Johnny. What time is it now, Cam?
It's 20 to 3.
Oh, this is an early night for Cameron.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
As of Sunday, though, your show will start at 1 a.m. my time again. So,
whose show?
Johnny's show. Your show will start at 1 a.m. as well, actually, my time.
I thought it was midnight.
Yeah, but the clocks go forward here or back. Is it? I can't even remember, man. My brain's gone.
When does that happen?
The clocks go forward. Yeah, forward on Sunday. So your show will be an hour later than what it is now for me.
Anybody else seeing this?
What's happening with the lag?
Some weird lag?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I see it.
All the Brady Bunch blocks are going spinning.
That's because That's because your internet's dropping out. Mine does that occasionally too. It just means your internet dropped out. That's all it is.
I gotta tell Jeannie to stop downloading from that browser site, man.
Jeannie's
Hold on.
downstairs watching porn.
As long as she's not uploading to it.
Jeannie's downstairs uploading porn. Hey, check me out. I've got pregnancy boobs. My wife's had them too. I know they are the best thing. Anyway, let's not go there again. We did that last time. Any guy who's had kids knows it's the greatest.
Yep. Anyway, on that note, Cameron, thank you very much. Johnny, always awesome to see you, man.
Yeah,
Always. I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Possibly, yeah. Maybe I'll bring some excitement.
You bring excitement everywhere you go. I mean, just look at the fact that you're a 30-something-year-old man wearing a baseball hat backwards. I mean, what's not more exciting than that? 43.
Almost 43. I'll be 43 next month, man.
And you're still wearing a backwards baseball cap. I mean, what's more exciting than that?
Dude, look at my hair. Like,
What's bad about it? It's good. It looks cool.
all right, I'll wear it like this then.
Yeah, actually, you know, I can't believe I've just noticed this. You know who he looks like? I'm going to get up one of his
Marco
shots
Miniman.
to show you. No.
Oh.
If you guys,
We're
go
gonna
on.
end with the hair chat. You know.
My favorite keyboard player from Dream Theater, Kevin Moore.
no,
I was told I look
he
like
was
him too.
amazing. You do a little bit, but no, you guys are going to be quite surprised when I show you this if you don't know who he is. He's a very, very, very famous YouTuber. He's got like 3 million odd followers these days, and I've never noticed before how much Jay looks like him. It's just crazy. This is maybe not the absolute best photo, but it's a good enough one to show you. You ready?
Are you talking about Casey?
I'm talking about Peter McKinnon.
I see it a little bit. He's better looking.
That actually does.
And that's just one photo, but like Peter McKinnon is in the video filmmaking community. Actually, here you go. Here's a photo of him smiling a bit more, and he really looks like Jay in this one. Oops, I just copied it. I didn't mean to do that. Oh bloody hell! Come on.
I can kind of see that.
Here we go. Look at this.
Yeah, I could see it. I definitely see it. A little
Do you
bit.
think, Julia? Do you think he looks like that guy?
Oh, what was he doing again? I can't.
Julia says a little bit. There you go. Look at that.
How is he doing it?
It looks so much like him, side by side. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm holding it next to Jay soloed there, and it really does look like Jay. And this guy's a massive YouTuber.
Now I just need 3 million followers to bring to the show, huh, Johnny?
Like, oh, it's insane how popular this guy is. But he's very, very good at his videography. Very good. Before we go, can I real quick plug my shows that are coming out? Because they're not on the same time as yours this week.
Yeah.
Thank you. Coming up on my show, which is called Live Streams with Famous Friends, kind of lucky I have a few of them. I have coming up Sunday night American time, which is 8 p.m. in New York, 5 p.m. in LA. Unfortunately, that's just the best time zone for the world that you can possibly do. I have Michael Sweet from Striper, which, as many of you know, is a very good friend of mine. It's going to be a very silly, fun show, and he's cool. The next day, I have Jordan Rudis from Dream Theater. He knows how to play a keyboard a little bit. He's all right, I guess. And then the day after that, which I don't think will be the same time as your show with Mancuda because of the time zones of where he is in Perth, Australia, I have Drew Goddard from Carnival.
Yeah.
Any of you guys know Carnival?
Oh, yeah. I tried getting Johnny to listen to them.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
He should,
know who that
though.
is.
They're phenomenal, dude. They're like the best Australian band probably ever, in my opinion. So, and actually, RJ Hale was such a huge fan. We spent half our time last night talking about Carnival. He loves them to death. So there you go. So yeah, that's what I got coming up. It'll be sometime the next day. It might even be middle of the night American times. I'm not sure, but it'll be good for Europe and UK. This guy wants me to play with him. Can you tell? Can you hear all the whinging?
Oh, yeah. I know that. Yep.
He gets that from his mum. His mum is a whinger and a half, and she'll be the first to admit it. And that's not me being nasty. It's the truth. She tells me she loves to whine, and I'd be bored if she didn't. Exactly what you said before. Yeah. Say bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Heavy metal.
Bye.
Bye.
Jay just said heavy metal. Give him heavy metal. Come on.
There you go.
Parenting done right.
That's right.
Thank you, Johnny. And thank you, seriously, Johnny, for supporting me getting ready, because I spoke to Johnny before I started doing these things, and he was really sweet and cool and gave me a lot of tips and help and advice. And you're a good man, Johnny Beane. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, now you just need to grow a handlebar mustache.
And my dedication and loyalty to this show cost me the co-hosting gig on Jason's show. So thank you.
That's actually true. That's true. He actually rejected me. I've got a text message here to prove it. He goes, look, I love Robert Mason, who from Warrant and Lynch Mob, who was my first guest. I think he's brilliant. And I offered Jay to come and be my co-host, and he said, I've got to be loyal to Johnny because Johnny did so much for me. And as much as what I want to do it, man, I said, hey, how about I ask Johnny? He goes, look, if you ask Johnny, Johnny's going to say yes. And I just don't want to do it to him. And I respected that. That's a good position. You're a good man, Mr. Hannon.
Thank you very much. Because I was afraid. I was like, damn, now Jason thinks I'm a big asshole. But yeah. I'd rather be a loyal asshole than somebody who isn't loyal to friends and shit. So
see, that's a cultural difference. Is like I would never think of you as an asshole. I respect the shit out of that. It takes you. I already love you, dude, but that takes you to a whole nother level for me. It really says a lot about your character.
That means a lot to hear that.
Isn't that true, Cameron?
Yes, indeed, man.
I just want to let Cameron talk.
Yeah,
he's out of gas, man. Look at him.
yeah, I think my heart's about to stop. So.
The sun's coming up.
The sun never comes up in Scotland. What are you talking about? It just kind of skirts around the edges.
Well, it comes up for about a week in summer, and then we go back to being miserable bastards. So yeah.
Oh, real quick, the person who asked me, because we're talking about the sun, about me worrying about my guitars fading, the sun is actually on that side of our building, so it'll get some UV light, but nothing like strong sun, other side of the building.
No direct sunlight.
Not at all. And plus, also these windows, you probably you can't see them. They're not like through windows. They're like shower window, glassy. I don't know how to explain that. You know, where you can't see through them. Helps to reflect it away a bit too.
Oh, Johnny left.
No, he's not. He's listening to us.
I'm here. I'm here.
All right.
How do you do that in StreamYard? I haven't figured out how to do that one. You just hit stop cam?
Yeah, stop cam.
Oh, wow, that's so funny. There's a button on here to stop camera, and it says stop cam. I thought he was an unstoppable force, but StreamYard figured it out. Wow, that's a cool photo. Wow, look at this.
And if you want to start cam, yeah, you just start it.
What the hell is Jay doing? Can you do a second admin in StreamYard?
Look at that face.
Joey is pissing himself laughing. He loves it.
Look at this clown shoe up here. Look at him.
You know, that looks like Princess Leia up there.
I wish it was. Princess, I want to lay you.
That's your... Who is that? Is that Robert Pattinson?
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing with that fag in the background?
Oh my God.
Joya is loving this. This is his favorite part of the whole show.
How did I do this the other day? I did let me see. Hold on.
That's a cool ESP, dude.
It was how do I?
Oh, nice. I see what you do.
There it is.
Yeah, just
this is Joya's favorite part of the show in history. He thinks this is great.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
How are you doing that?
Go to shit. Where the hell is it? Go to Cameron and Mike, and then go to the bottom under settings where it says green screen. And if you have a green screen behind you,
but you don't have a green screen behind you.
No, I don't have shit. Yep.
But if you don't have a green screen, what are you sharing? Oh, you're just sharing.
Yeah, there's two stock photos,
the stock pictures,
and I added the other one. You know.
Yeah, it's not working for me properly. Or maybe I have to do the.
Is it in the settings?
There you go.
There you go, Yoya.
Oh, Cam Mike.
How's that, Yoya?
Cam Mike.
Yeah.
And then what? Green screen?
Hugh Caldwell says, ask Jason and Cameron what the word dauber means to them.
Dauber. Oh, okay. It's just the way you pronounce it had me. Yes, Cameron and I definitely know what a dauber is. What do you two think a dauber is?
It was a character in, remember Coach, the show Coach? who's the tall, goofy guy that does the voice for Patrick from SpongeBob? His name was Dauber.
Was it the guy who got the blonde hair?
Yes. Yeah, the big goofy guy.
That guy was kind of weird.
Yoya's going to tell you what it is. Go on, Yoya, tell him.
A double is a turncoat.
A what?
A dobber is a turncoat. Isn't that what you use the term? So it's a dobber is somebody who tells on you, like, Mom, she broke the something. That's a dobber. A tattletale. Sorry, tattletale. Yeah. A dobber is a tattletale. Go on.
A double is a tattletale.
A dobber is a tattletale. There you go. That's what you guys call it. It's a dobber. What's a bogan? Anybody? What's a bogan?
Well, you say a dobber is a tattletale. A dobber over here means like a rather phallus shape person.
Even I didn't know that one.
A rather phallus.
Mike's got in the chat. He's wrote the word bobby, which means.
Well, I know in England a bobby is a policeman.
Yeah, that's it means a penis. Yeah.
Is it okay to take your kid?
Oh my god! No.
This one wants to be played with. Yeah, well, if he was 6 months old, it'd be different. But like, this guy here scared the crap out of me when he was 8 months old. I was in the bedroom getting something or other, and he was sitting about like if this is the end of the bed and this is the pillows, he was sitting roughly about here. So I'm thinking he's pretty safe, and he had his legs crossed. And then somehow or another, 8 months old, he just like frog style just launched his legs up in the air, flew off the back of the bed, landed his head smack on the floor, and he still has a flat spot. So he did that all on his own, and I felt terrible. I was like, I broke the kid.
Yeah,
oh my god! And he was screaming like blood curdling scream, just like that. And hang on, I got to change the speaker. He missed all of those sound effects because I had the headphones on. Oh. Just give him a.
What is that? Who was that?
Look at Cameron. Look at Cameron. He's like, he looks so annoyed right now.
Who did that?
Like, God, just end this thing already. Holy
button must have been hit. Yeah, we gotta go, Cameron. I feel so bad, man.
No, it's no sweat at all, man.
I mean, this is your show, and it's
no, not at all, man. I'm not. Don't worry. I'm just. Every time I play guitar, for some reason, my facial expression looks like I'm really pissed, which I don't know why. That's why 90% of my videos you don't.
It's called bass face.
Yeah. No, of course he's pissed. He's Scottish. He's in the most miserable ass country in the world. The sun shines once a year. Like,
hey man, if it wasn't for Scotland, you wouldn't have TVs. You wouldn't have tarmac on your roads. You know, so
we wouldn't have golf.
You wouldn't have penicillin, dude.
Penicillin? You wouldn't have Cameron Brown's new single that came out today.
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't
have
yeah.
Good one, Jay.
I wouldn't have the Ibanez gem right here if it wasn't for. Yeah.
There it is.
You wouldn't really have America. So.
Yeah.
Go on.
Bye bye, Boohead.
Oh. Boohead, huh? How about this one?
Which is your favorite? Yodere. Yodere. Nonde kudasai. So. Mecha kitanai. Sorry. It's easier to tell him that in Japanese and English because I don't want you to know what I said to him.
Oh, yeah.
Not hard to entertain a 6-year-old, is it? Johnny, how many times do you want to put up Cameron's family link? My God. Or fan link, rather.
Well, this is his show.
I'm leaving.
All right.
Everybody.
I'm leaving too. Let's say goodbye. Cameron, congratulations. Congratulations, man. There's your links, everybody. Facebook, YouTube.
Clap.
Click those links. Get Cameron's new single.
I'm proud of you, Cameron, because you followed it through. You said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to follow it through. And you made it happen. And you made a hell of a tune. And Jay, you did a phenomenal job with the drums and the mix. And
thank you.
Sonically, it sounds great. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
And Johnny, you supported Cameron very, 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 very early on, so you're a champion too.
Thank you.
Let's just start sucking each other's.
All right. I'm leaving.
Me
Peace
too.
out, guys.
I'm actually.
What? Jay just came up with a great idea, and now you're running out the door. Come on.
All right.
All right, one
Wait,
more
what
time.
time is
Bye, boo heads.
Bye bye, boo head.
We
All
live
right.
in a very mature household. Not.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you guys tomorrow night, Saturday night with John BL, Jay Hannon, probably. All right. See you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Beane.
Yeah.
Johnny Bean TV.